I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.
Hey guys, this is Raka and welcome to the Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers gonna review the best new gaming laptops in the market. And today we are looking at the Intel powered Asus ROG Zephyrus S17, a laptop which stands for its amazing multitasking capabilities. As a streamer, I need my system to stream, game, record all at the same time. Having tested it, I'm quite thrilled that this laptop can actually handle it. And if you're wondering how, it is all thanks to the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor, which gives your laptop a desktop caliber performance. With 8 cores, 16 threads and Intel Turbo Boost Max technology 3.0, it is capable of running several tasks without worrying about bottlenecks. So multitasking also leads to some heating issues, but luckily the S17 has its active aerodynamic system plus, which improves the airflow and enables long hours of streaming while keeping it cool. While choosing for a laptop, I also look for fast connectivity options for my accessories such as Stream Deck and capture card. But thankfully, the S70's Intel Thunderbolt 4 is very sorted in this regard. This one port lets me connect to all my accessories easily thanks to its blazing fast bandwidth speed up to 40 Gbps. Overall, I think the Asus Zephyrus S17 is a great laptop for streamers, gamers, or anyone with the similar needs. So what are you waiting for? Bring yours home today.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch, and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus Vortex Flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th gen Intel Core processor now.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Intel Presents the Esports Challenger Series powered by Cosmic Byte in association with Red Bull. We are now back once again with another couple of games for the lower brackets. It's been a long journey, but slowly but surely this journey is coming on to an end now, is it not? It's even more important to capitalize on the fact that, yes, as my boy Keith is having a little bit of a technical difficulty from his end, that another issue will start to arise with a lot of the teams just being in a pretty tough spot in general. So let's head on down over into today's fixtures to see exactly what's up over there, which teams are going to be playing, and which team are going to be holding it down strong. And as my buddy Keith was having a little bit of a network difficulty, we'll just rock on down through all of the teams here for right now. The first initial match, you've already seen it, was Enigma versus Global Esports. Global Esports being able to take a landslide of a victory for their own side. Enigma, they did put up a really good fight on the map of Haven, pushing it down over to the 10 and 12 scoreline, but really, did it help that much? Not exactly. It could have been a lot more better. It could have been a lot more systematic. And then they could have taken that extra step to just push them away. But it really did not happen now, did it? Global Esports, they walk away with the victory. And Enigma, they're the ones being sent back home. But now for the 5 p.m. game, we have a fun one for you as well. It's going to be Morph Impact going up against FALLEN5. FALLEN5 being a team that we had really high hopes for in the way that they were playing, but due to their plans being a little bit too one-dimensional, they got taken down. And Morph Impact, on the other side of things, they're a team that are, in a way, pretty much similar to the way FALLEN5 play. But Morph Impact, when you look at their raw statistics, when I look at my analytical sheet at least, they don't look like a strong team. But their gameplay, that states otherwise.
Yeah, indeed. And FALLEN5, I gotta say, I really was impressed by how some of their gunfights work and how aggressive they are in some of those cases. But you can't really go out that far. Like, even a lot of teams that sort of were very much dependent on their pure gunfights and pure aggression, like teams like Alter Ego and Action PH, they have that quality. They, in some cases, had to go and play very strategically and very slowly. And that is something you definitely have to master. And I think we might see a certain amount of those showing up today. And we're going to be moving in next to the match for the next scene over here. Always showing the teams today. It's going to be the MVP standings, actually, my bad. And for the first place, we are going to see a little bit of a change of pace. It was SK Rossi the last time I checked, but for now it is going to be Gregory taking the number 1 spots. SK Rossi is going to be moving down to the second position. Rafuel on the third, and Kush is going to be taking the fourth position on the standings. But aggressive. I mean, the things are really changing and things are being really shaken around. Do you think there are going to be more changes, or are we going to see these 4 sort of solidify in this top 4?
Gregory is one of those players that we have seen a lot of great things coming out of. He has just completely taken over the server and he turned it into his playground. And he's like the bully there.
Yeah.
That one bully that you never want to really mess with, but at the same time, if you want to come and play, he's just going to give you that uppercut punch, and then he's going to be like, you sit down in your own place, and you're not going to be coming on back onto my playground anytime soon. That's how strong Gregory is as a player, so if he keeps his number 1 position, I'm not really going to be surprised about that. But SK Rossi, he's like that rival bully. He's always taking the fights. He's always fighting Gregory tooth and nail to try and take him on down out. And in that sense, Action PH, they have a fight to go up against as well on their own accord. Because you gotta remember, Global Esports, they lost to Action PH right off the get-go. Gregory took down SK Rossi, took him from that mantle, and basically put the crown on his own head. For SK Rossi, he's still fighting to get that spot back. He wants that revenge story against Action PH, take him on in the finals or even in the lower bracket finals to see how they're going to be facing off against one another. But it's still a long road to go. They still need to go through a lot of different teams to try and bring this one back. And this is why we're here down in this lower bracket match. Morph Impact versus FALLEN5. It's going to be an interesting one to see who are going to be the teams to go up against the very angry Global Esports. So as we head on down over towards the team intros for the side of Morph Impact, you can see all of these players, they're looking quite strong. And it's in a, like, look at this guy. Normally you always have that generic gamer pose with your hands crossed over, but it's like, look at him. He's pointing at us. He's pointing at the audience.
Yeah.
Being like, watch this. You gotta watch me, and you gotta see exactly what I can do. And from his statistics as well, it doesn't look that good, but from his matches, you already know that he is an incredible fragger on his own right.
Yeah, I mean, just based on frags, you can't really judge a player. It's the impact they have on that matchup. You don't need to be, dropping 30 frags every single match or every single best of three or stuff like that to be the most important player. You need to make sure you're making a good call for your team. You're supporting your team. You're hyping up your team. There's so many factors involving for a player to be a really good teammate, a really good addition to the team. So I believe it's NF is going to be pulling out a lot of those stops, and that's the reason why he's such an important addition for the team. And they're going to be needing all those qualities from him and the rest of the players to be able to take down their oppositions. And speaking of their oppositions, Fallen 5, there they are. And honestly, this team, they are on the pretty much on the same caliber on their end. They have a lot of good players who actually, have good synergy and sort of support each other on various scenarios. Like obviously Kakarot, I really loved how he actually played in some of the last matches. I didn't really cast those matches, but I saw them on the stream. He is a
He's a
phenomenal support
nutty
player. He's a
player.
nutty player indeed, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of that from them in this matchup.
I'll have to say that Kakarot on that jet, man. Oh my God, was he insane. Flying around with a jet, just tapping people out of existence. Fallen 5, they deserve the position that they have here in the lower brackets for a very specific reason. They hit shots like they have no business hitting. Kakarot, his statistics have not been updated just yet, but if it was, you would know for a fact that they would be an incredible one. But at the same time, you gotta see which two players are gonna be going up against each other the most. That's why you have the head-to-head screen right on your board. Fritnats going up against Headhunter. In a way, Headhunter, he has his own head-to-head matchup, but in a way, is he hunting the heads? Not just yet. A 24% headshot percentage, 0.88 KDA, with an ADR of 118.2. Statistically, he's in a worse position, but at the same time, as a support player, how much impact does he have when you consider the entire marginal of things? Headhunter, he's a really good solo player. He knows how to position himself in a way that he can support his team, but that's what he normally does. He's like that silent type. He's not going to be the one to pounce onto every single engagement. He's not going to be the one that you can always rely on to find that clutch play, but he is a player that you can always rely on to set you up for the best possible execution. If you miss your shot, you cannot blame your teammates for it. That is your own fault. And Headhunter, if he's able to facilitate that going up against a player like Fritnats, then you know for a fact that these two teams, they're gonna have a really fun fight against one another. And hey, where are they gonna be taking us? They're gonna be taking us towards the map view screen right off the get-go at the very beginning to see exactly which maps are gonna be played. And the first initial map being Haven, Ascent, and Breeze. It's quite interesting because statistically, Morph Impact, they have the worst track record on Breeze. So if the side of Fallen 5 are able to stray away from map number 2 at the bare minimum, even if they're not able to close it on 2-0 scoreline, if they go into map number 3, they're the ones at the advantage because now Morph Impact, we all know for a fact that they hate the map of Breeze.
Yeah, and I think the whole map selection sort of does favor Fallen 5 a little bit. Obviously, Haven, I have seen them frag out really well there. I love how they play the three sides, both on attack and defense. The chemistry is unreal, and I'm pretty sure Morph Impact, they have the same in them. They have the same capabilities to sort of, give them a tough time, but it's going to be difficult considering Fallen 5, they have played this map so much and picked it again today. And if Fallen 5 manage to get that first map, and even if they don't really make much of a score line on the second map, even if they don't get a lot of points there, it's fine because the third map, as you said, they have a huge advantage there. And it's not just the fact that Breeze is a pretty decent map for them, it's about their opponents. They're gonna have a tough time there, Fallen 5. And I think, especially when you're not really experienced about Breeze, when you don't really have proper strats ready for it, it's gonna be a much tougher game because other maps over the, I mean, on the go, in the heat of the moment, you can actually come up with some of a bit of an idea on how to play the map and how your opponents are strategizing, stuff like that. But here it's gonna be so much more difficult. Breeze is, I mean, it's such a different map from the rest. It's so large, it has so many avenues, and it's so easy to lurk around it. And the utilities are that much more important there. So I hope that the side of Fallen 5 can stay together long enough to be able to counter this map pick of Breeze.
Breeze is where the real fun is really at because both of these squads, they're gonna need to change up their playstyles massively for that particular map. And when you have that much pressure on you for the third map, the first two will hold a lot more weight in a way. Whoever takes that first initial map, especially in a best of three, they will be able to take that sigh of relief knowing that they have a safety net to go back on. While the other side, they're going to turn into the rabid dogs when they are going to be forced into that corner. Now, though, Morph Impact and Fallen5, when you look at their playstyles and when you look at how the teams have evolved and grown throughout this entire tournament, both of them are very similar when it comes down to their playstyles. Both of them, they understand each other quite well, being from this exact same region. They've scrimmed each other quite often as well. So when all of these factors are going to be coming into play as we do head on down over to the agent selection screen, Haven will be a little bit more of a one-dimensional show, I would say, for both of these teams going in for very similar compositions. And just as I said that, the compositions are pretty much going to be the exact same, double initiator all the way. And you know why double initiator is so strong as well here on this particular map.
Yeah.
Because
And
so many different avenues and so much utility, you need it to take control of the multiple different sides and takes that you can
yes.
do.
That is exactly the point, because I mean, not only are you able to take control of the avenues, you have information as well. You have a bit of more offensive utility, like obviously the sky is used. It has the dog that is used to gather information, and not only that, it can push back players as well. If you concuss one player, he's going to be at a disadvantage in the fight, and he sort of will be unwilling to go into that engagement. Also, the Sova drones and recons are followed up by the shock darts as well. If you can actually get a proper lineup ready, you can do serious damage with those utilities. So overall, I feel like these double initiator setups are going to be really useful for either side. But looks like the opposition side, they're going to be thinking something really different over here. The side of FALLEN5, they're going to be going with a double duelist lineup. The only initiator there is going to be on Yoshi, who's playing the Sova. Meanwhile, it's gonna be the Astra being played by G, and the rest of the players, they're gonna be playing the double duelist setups as usual. So is it gonna really make that much of a difference against the double initiator setup? They're aggressive. Or is it gonna be more of a lot more different in that scenario?
The thing about the double duelist versus the double initiator is that the double duelist requires you to put a lot more emphasis on your mechanical skill, especially when you're playing a Reyna in comparison to a Phoenix, where Phoenix can use his utility to give him a lot of advantages in the multiple different gunfights that he takes. Reyna does not really have that luxury. You throw out a Leer, you rush into a side, and either you tap the head or you get tapped yourself and you just sit back and spawn and wait for your teammates to possibly clutch out around. There's no in between whenever you play that Reyna. You either go big or you go home. It's that simple. But that's the problem here. If the side of Morph Impact are able to use their utility properly and also slow down all of these aggressive pushes that could be coming on down from all the members of the side of FALLEN5, then FALLEN5, they're stuck in a pretty precarious situation and they have no way of getting out of it. Unless they find the kills and unless they find the frags by going in for multiple different fakes, maybe using the utility on one sideline while the Reyna goes in for a lurk on towards mid. I know Reyna on the lurk, it's kind of stupid to say, but Reyna sometimes needs to lurk, especially on the map of Haven, where she's so self-sufficient that she can get away with a couple of kills, turn into a raid boss, and just snowball it down forward, because whenever Reyna takes entry, you need to answer back to her with your own utility or with a body to go in for a trade. You cannot ignore it. So that's why a lot of teams pick up that Reyna. She has such a demanding presence when she throws out a Leer that you need to answer back for it. And I think that's what the side of FALLEN5 are banking on, but are they going to be able to bank on it for too long? That is, against a team such as Morph Impact and their double initiator composition, that is yet to be showcased.
Yeah, and then the Reyna Lurk as well. I think the double initiator sort of is a bit of a counter against that duelist composition, because you also have a couple of agents that provide you with a lot more intel. And I believe if they do decide to go for the flanks and everything, they should have a decent read on how they're playing. But for now, we're going to be moving into the match, and FALLEN5, they with their double duelist composition, are going to be going in for the attacking side for the first half, and it's going to be Morph Impact on the defense. I believe both teams are ready and raring to go, because they want to get this over with as soon as possible, because the map of Haven, it's going to be a doozy one to say the least. And as we start the first round, a lot of utilities already going up. Morph Impact looks like they wanted to go for a bit of an aggressive push, but that Killjoy turret has delayed things a little bit. Instead, the Raf will be pushing to window and getting the first frag onto Blast. The Killjoy is down. Chris Nass, he's gonna go in for one more duel, but trades are gonna be coming in. Fat Penguin comes out of that engagement with the victory. It's a 3 versus 4 scenario. The bomb side of A is still pretty much under control from the side of Morph Impact. They still have a lot of kill turret utilities to work with. Looks like the B or C side should be the most viable option for the side of... Oh,
no.
that was the worst timing ever. 1-5. They bring it to an equalization man count-wise, but again, they are running into a few players. Low HP on a few of them, though, so this could be a winnable scenario. Oh, one more frag in favor of the Reina. Raph gets traded, but Yoshi with the follow-up, making this a 1 versus 3 scenario. He's gonna be bringing... Oh! Snap to the head!
I got a replay of that. Producer, please. Can I have that?
Do we have that? I believe we have that. A lot of nice, crisp, clean shots coming out from the side of the attackers.
What was this? Poof!
Disintegrates.
Like
He
that
just
tattle
disintegrates.
snap, that just tattle snap your finger and he's just gone. And NF is like, wait, what?
Am I dead?
Is this the afterlife? Yes.
Oh
it is.
yeah, the Afterlife is a game of Valorant, indeed, on the map Haven. But 1-0 is in favor of the side of FALLEN5. They can go for those economic advantages. Buys Spectres in their hands, and they're going aggressive on the side of A. Raph with a Marshall trying to deny the information. He's going to be tagged by the drone, and the peak comes in. He's still living somehow, some way. Yoshi still making life difficult for him with the drone. But
Oh god.
what was that?
That is gonna hurt.
Insane shot, bringing to a 5 versus 4 scenario. But still, they're gunning for this A side, and the rotations aren't exactly here aggressive from the set of Morph Impact. It's still very much in favor of the set of FALLEN5 to take this, but Raph gets one frag. The trade is there, and a follow-up. What a play coming in. But they're still going. The rotation is here, but they're walking into the gunfire. And they're leaving? Or will they plant the spike? Morph Impact? I mean, they'll plant the spike eventually. It's all on to Fat Penguin with the Marshall. Holding on to CT and gets a nice headshot into Kakarot. 1 versus 3. Can he pull this off? Possibly not, but let's see.
Oh, maybe.
Did I speak too soon?
Maybe you jinxed it. Come on, say it one more time. There's no way he's gonna be able to pull it off. Maybe he's gonna be able to do it.
Nah.
That's not gonna happen just yet. As he's gonna be the one to shut him down instead. But at the same time, someone was already coming on his lurk, so maybe that's not gonna happen just yet. Morph Impact, a rough start for them, but at the same time, was it really a rough start? Not really. That piss round didn't really go in their favor, but the eco round was quite successful being on the side of the defense. They got out multiple different guns, and the player who had the Bulldog, I believe, is still alive, so in a way, they have the guns to work with. They did enough economic damage.
No prisoners.
And now, this is the round where they need to turn things around and turn it on the top of its head. The first initial buy round coming on down through. They have control, but Morph being a little bit too aggressive could cost them their lives if they're not careful here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a difficult round for them indeed, but they still have some weapons to work with for now. Nay, he's gonna be concussed and pushed out of position. Things are not looking good from him, but the side execution is coming in from FALLEN5. They're gonna be moving into the C side. They're already in there, but the first strike not in their favor. ANF, he's gonna get one, but the trades. Oh, it's all only one in their favor. But the rest, it's all FALLEN5. They're going to be taking the third round, I believe, with this. Only one player alive for the side of Morph Impact. What can he do? Raph going for the beat from CT. He gets one, though, onto Blast. That's a good shot. But still 3 more to go, and that's all he's good for. Yoshi getting the final frag of the round. And it's going to be 0-3 scoreline aggressive. With this, I believe the economy of the side of FALLEN5 should be at a state where they can extend their lead a little bit more. Yeah, it's going to be an eco from the side of Morph Impact. So, a 4-0 is a pretty good possibility for them in this following round.
0-4 could just happen right off the get-go. And FALLEN5, they're showcasing exactly why this is their home map pickup. They're so much more comfortable here. They're taking fights all over the map. They have proper control, and they know when to take the engagements and how to force the engagements out as well from all the members of Morph Impact. They just don't have a stable position to hold on to, and Raph gets tagged down to 7 HP. He's not going to be able to live for long, and as he knew he has to be coming in down through at any second. Does find that first initial shot. That's all that he's gonna be needing. But from the sidelines, it's gonna be Nay being able to take down Blast.
Out of stuff.
And with that first kill, and now the first Phantom going in the favor of the side of Morph Impact, they have a chance for this comeback. But G, Him walking up, there's something to say about it, but no! That Penguin, he missed out on 2 shots. This is gonna cost him his own life. And the Vandal's
No
just
way.
gonna be better than the Marshall in this round. It's hard, man, but when you whiff those shots, there's no way to recover from those.
What do you do in this scenario right now? It's getting so much more difficult for them to come back from this. FALLEN5, 2 players remaining. Low HP on the remaining on Morph Impact though, so still they have a possibility, but it's declining. Oh, the tags are gonna come in, and ultimate from Raph to get the frag on from both players. 50 round for the side of Morph Impact, and they're gonna be taking the dub in this one. Impressive round though. They won a lot of good gunfights. Look at those sheriff shots from Nate. This is a good sign from the side of Morph Impact that they have the ability to turn around these eco rounds in their favor and possibly build up some momentum as we move on to the next rounds. Again, this is gonna be a bit of a half bike as Raph. He's gonna be on that Marshall again. He can go for a rifle. Actually, he does go for a rifle in the end. And it's gonna be a weird buy from FALLEN5. A couple of Spectres in their armory. There is an operator, I believe, if I'm not wrong. But they are still trying to find an opening pick, and that's what we were talking about. I mean, FALLEN5, they have that aggression, but they need some momentum to start their rounds off, and that is usually finding an opening pick. And sometimes, not getting those opening picks can make them let them make very not good decisions that sort of lead to foolish mistakes, really easy mistakes that could have been avoided, and in the end turn out to be really costly. But for now, holding strong, they're holding patiently, not really making too much of a noise. The drone comes in from the Sova in B main. That might pull a player or two from the side of A to the side of B, but no, they're gonna be holding this. And look at Raph, he can catch a good timing, but I believe the player behind him saw him. But Yoshi, the savior, gets the 1 frag, but Frizz is gonna get a trade. Fritz Nats trades the kill, but gets refragged instead. And now the execution to A side is coming in. Kakarot dashing into the side with an operator. The gravitational well is gonna keep Nate in. He's sucked to the corner, but he gets the frag regardless. Trades do come in from the side of Morph Impact though, but it's still in favor of the side of FALLEN5. 2 versus 1. Fat Penguin has the ultimate. Does he decide to use it? Oh, instead it's gonna be the side of opposition. FALLEN5 decide to use their Astro ultimate, the Cosmic Divide, and they're gonna be holding a really difficult crossfire. There's no way you get through this. But the counter! Oh, he's gonna be walking in it. There's really nothing you can do. Good attempt though. Good. He had the right idea to isolate the gunfights, but good read coming down from the side of FALLEN5 to counter that.
Yeah, they had a crossfire set up anyway, so even if the positions were not that good, both of them were in such a spot that the player jumping down from heaven, he would have died, and the player running in from the defender side at spawn would also die. So it's a tight situation. It's pretty much unclutchable unless you have godly aim where you spray transfer from one player to the other in a matter of a split second, but even that is pretty much cutting it really close. 1 and 4. Just move away forward in the next round. And F is gonna be able to answer back. Get 2 easy headshots, send them back home and be like, hey, the B side is my domain. You're not supposed to come in here. And for now, the killjoy is gonna be holding.
What?
But Yoshi with a shock dart. Sure, trick shot indeed. Go in for it.
I am confused at how this round is playing out, but we're gonna see Blast with a follow-up frag. He does get traded by Fat Penguin though. Still in favor of Morph Impact. They are holding strong on these, each and every site. Each player is going to be holding one site, but the garage is left open. That's exactly what the players were worried about, but Yoshi gets the equalizer onto Raph. A little bit of the overextension, not really what you want to see in these scenarios. Usually you want to play patient and let the opponents make the first move and have some idea on where they are. Rotations are happening, movements around the map. Nay, if he moves away far enough from the C side and the side of FALLEN5 decide to move in to the C side in a good timing, or are they saving? They can't go into the C side. It's completely open because the Sky, he's all the way now to the attacker side of base. So, and he's moving to the C, or is he's actually going to the C side. So this could actually favor Morph Impact if he can catch a timing here aggressive and get 1 frag. This could change around. Now the spike is planted. They know exactly where they are. So does So does that of FALLEN5. They're both aware of their positionings. This is really intense right now from either side. Who's gonna go for the first peek? It's gonna be Nay. Doesn't spot anybody. Fat Penguin from CT as well. Creating some pressure, but oh, nice read. Takes down Nay.
I think it's
but
done.
Fat Penguin pushes in, and the second frag comes in as well. Good read coming down from the side of FALLEN5. What a play. And they're gonna be extending the lead 5-1. That was a difficult round to come back from, actually. They still managed to make it work.
This is what you call an absolute storm of a round. They nearly turned it around actually as well here, being a pretty much a semi-buy, but Morph, they were just not able to close everything out here now, were they? Systematic trades, one by one, just costed them over and over again, and now that they have this full control, especially when it comes down to the terms of their own economy, how much does the side of FALLEN5 have to worry about here? Not much if this is what it's gonna be happening. And Raph from the background, he does get another kill on towards the face of G with a shock dart. Does get the final, but Nay?
Oh, wait.
Wait a second. He was hiding in the corner.
He was hiding in the corner. I thought that they were teammates for a second there. That was awkward.
Even I thought that was a teammate.
Does he know? Does he know? He doesn't know. Oh, the timing! Best timing ever. He's gonna be clearing out the flank now. The only players alive for the side of Morph, in fact, are gonna be coming from CT, and they know the exact positions. But the counter kills your ult. Does he go for it?
One enemy remaining.
He's not. Instead, we're gonna see one more frag in favor of the side of FALLEN5, and possibly a 1-6 scoreline coming in. How did they come back from? No way they can actually come back from this.
Trapped and
The ultimate does detain one player. Kakarot taken down. And F, can he get one? Oh, he gets one more. 1v1, but the Killjoy utility time's running out. There's no way he can get that. And it's pretty much guaranteeing the round in favor of the side of FALLEN5. They get one more. It's going to be a 1-6 scoreline. And with that, I think their economy is going to be in a bad state, aggressive. I don't think that they're going to be able to go for the buy next one. But again, eco rounds, they can be a make or break for either side.
Thing that we are really looking forward to at the bare minimum, though, as of right now at least, is the usage of the ultimates. You can see that all the members of FALLEN5, they still have the Empress. The Empress, let's just not talk about that because it's an Empress. And the Hunter's Fury. The Hunter's Fury can be used in multiple different ways, but they're not opting to use it just yet. Maybe they will soon enough, but
girl down.
Nay, he gets away with one kill, but he's not going to be able to get away with more than that now, is he? Yoshi from the background throws out a couple of shock darts. He's throwing in the lineups as well. Just getting a little bit too fancy on towards the back end. And F, maybe on... Just find one kill, deals a little bit of eco damage, but that's all that he's going to be able to find. Picks himself up a Vandal, looking for a couple of more exit frags at the bare minimum here, but even these exit frags, doesn't really even matter at the end of the day. You're just charging up your ultimate. The eco damage is non-existent considering the amount of money that they are getting because of the amount of consecutive rounds that they have won. They've won 4 consecutive rounds, mind you, so they're running on pretty much max win streak bonus. If this is how the match keeps on playing, the side of the attackers, their economy is just going to get stronger and stronger now, more than ever, because they kept 3 of their players alive, so their economy can recycle properly for the following round. But also, on the hindsight of things, the defenders, they still have enough money to go in for proper buys of their own, considering their own loss streak bonus.
They save one rifle as well. That's going to be good and really beneficial for them money-wise. So they can still go for some proper buys, and I believe they will be, and trying to bring this back. Because without the guns, it's really difficult, proving really tough for the side of Morph Impact to actually have a proper standing in this matchup. They're yet to get a second round, though. They got only one. It was on the 4th round, but ever since then, it's not been their show. Prisnats, the guy we were looking forward to, he was on the head-to-head. He was supposed to be a real, contender for this matchup, but still yet to be able to make an impact. As he has picked up the operator, it does give him a chance to actually play the Jet to the full potential. Not just where he does come out from Yoshi completely blind. Will he tag a player? Oh, actually, gets the jet. He will be tagged once by the Sova ultimate. We're gonna see a dash coming from Kakarot. Doesn't find the frag. ANF is gonna be getting the frag. Pat will make a follow-up, bring it to a 3 versus 2, but third frag from Yoshi to equalize. And G coming in, sneaking into the side. Is there still one player? No, they take them both out. It's a 1 versus 3, so 2 versus 3 scenario. But
Wait,
okay, Morph impact. They found a couple of frags and bring it to a 2 versus 1. Low HP on the final player. They planted the spike, but he's in the smoke and they take him out easily. He's only had a sliver of HP to spare, and with that, it's not going to be really easy for him to get the frag. A second round for Morph Impact just before we near the end of this first half, and with that, I mean, they can try and get some momentum, try and win. Maybe a 7-5 possibility is there. Economy has been a little bit, it's going to be looking a little bit better, but it's still not all the way though. I don't think even the side of FALLEN5 should be that much affected with this, with the results of the last round.
That's the real weird factor about all this.
Kakarot has not gotten a frag yet? What? Is that bugged? Tell me that's bugged. What?
I didn't notice this until now, but at the same time, look at Chris stats. He's also in the same boat now, isn't he?
Indeed, but again, he still needs to find that opening frag. He is going to be in the smoke. Can he find it? There it is! Just before I called it, just in time. He's going to get the first frag in this matchup for himself onto Fat Penguin, and he's going to be taken down. Raph giving him just enough room to get one frag, and with the ultimate will be cancelling him out. But it's still a 4 versus 2 scenario, winnable for the side of Morph Impact, but they need to be a lot more efficient with their fragging. Fritznas moving in from CT. The Astra Cosmic Byte comes in to create some room. Gravitational wells as well, but Blaz on the flank. They don't know this, they're not aware of this, but he gets taken down. Fritznas with the operator getting some more frags. May as well. Oh, they're all falling, and it's gonna be in favor of Morph Impact. Maybe I jinxed it aggressive. It's gonna be a 7-3 scoreline. They're gonna recover the operator as well, and possibly a 7-5 in the next one. I believe the economy for FALLEN5 will be a little bit uncomfortable right now. Let's see what it looks like in a little bit, but yeah, some momentum's going in their favor.
Just some rounds are going in for them, but they need a lot more. Possibly a 9-3 course scoreline would give them a little bit more of an edge here, but for now, at the bare least, I don't know what's happening to both of the Jets, but they're just having the hardest time trying to get a single frag. Kakarot, yesterday he was just an insane player. Today he's having a really hard time to try and find something here from the sideline. The Aussies, what's he on, man? What did he have for breakfast?
Whatever it wasn't enough. He's gonna be taken down in a really weird fashion, and a good control established from FALLEN5 on that B side. Now holding on strong, Shotguards coming to deny the entry, and as Blast prepares for the postman with his swarm needs. Oh, the timing now. NF is gonna be spotting out Slayer, trying to go for a flank, and he will be taken care of. But Kakarot trade. It's 2 versus 4.
This is an eco.
And they get him. Oh, Prisoner gets one frag. Can he get a second? No, Kakarot with the trade. Bringing it to a 3
Kakarot got a second kill.
1 versus 3, and there it is. Last with the finishing frag. Is it second or third? I'm confused.
Third kill.
Oh, it's his third frag of the match. Yeah, he's coming back just like the rest of the players. They are trying to come back alive from the side of Morph Impact. Kakarot as well. He's starting to get into the groove, but the scoreline is going to be favoring.
Now.
Yeah,
this is not even his final. This is not even his final form.
Yeah, it's barely near even the halfway point right now. He's still getting ready. We all know how much of an impact he can make with that jet. We're gonna have to wait for the second half, I believe, for that. But for now, 8-3. Pretty good lead established by FALLEN5. Morph Impact countered this in the attacking. I mean, they don't really have that aggressive of a lineup again. Double Duelist for FALLEN5 is allowing them to actually push in a lot more faster, and with a lot more potential for getting the opening entry kills. Kakarot holding on to their A main. I don't think a peek's gonna be coming in. There's Nest on the other side of that angle with an operator. Gonna be trying to punish anybody that walks through the drone. Not really gathering much information. Nay hiding in that corner with a judge. That's the kind of information you want to hide. That's the kind of coordination you need. Keeping that judge hidden from the opponents, and they're going to be walking right through that right now. Looks like they're going to be executing this A side aggressive, and I think the Sky might have a good day. Oh, this looks awkward.
This could be bad. This could be good as well. They need utility for this peak. Nats, he's gonna get freebie. Ooh, we knew that was gonna be a freebie with Nate getting his second one. He's looking for one more. He's playing with fire here though. Maybe too much fire for his own good. He doesn't hear the sound cue, but he should know one person should be around that corner. The blind's gonna be coming on down through, but Nate, no need for that swing, man. No need for that swing. Good shot, takes out one of the players, but in general, it's just a 2 versus 4 situation, and they invested a Killjoy lockdown for it. A little bit dangerous, a little bit unnecessary, but still, hey. Oh, it was the last round, so why not go in for it? What do freaking do? They get the last round for themselves. 8-4 scoreline. Sadly, not the 9-3 curse that they really should have wanted to give them a better advantage, but still. When you don't believe in the curses, you better believe in the numbers instead. And having a 1 round extra for yourself to work with, especially on an 8-4 scoreline, easing your way into the first initial pistol round for the second half, it's not looking that bad. Round 13 will be interesting because now, if the side of Morph Impact are able to take away this pistol round, they're going to be in a strong lead, being able to send it down over to a possible 8-6 scoreline, because you never want to force buy on the defense. It's very crucial that you never force buy on defense. But on attack, the force buys, they're quite... like, you can go in for the force buys. They're quite palatable.
Yeah, especially with the better weapons on the attack, you can actually get more impact out of the round combined with proper utility. But right now, first pistol round of the second half. Bit of aggression coming in from Morph Impact to try and get some frags, but they're gonna have to fall back. Meanwhile, it's gonna be the C side that they execute. It's gonna be Prisoner of the first frag. Trade by J. He's gonna find a couple with a classic. That's gonna be a good couple of frags, but the trade is there from Raf. Still on equal terms, both teams. 3 versus 3. Nay. Hiding inside garage. No one's really gonna be coming from that front of the garage to actually push him out of position. And with that, he's gonna try and push him. Yoshi, does he read this? He does, but oh, it was so close. He's to get the frag. Follow up from behind.
Well, he knows.
Kakarot.
As
the HP is so low. He comes in but lose. I know, you need to hit that. He wins that gunfight. The round is gonna be completely different, but no. I don't think he was ready for that peak aggressive. I think he was expecting to see the Killjoy's back turned to him.
Right here.
I think he was not even ready for such a swing. That was the problem there. They expected the side of Morph to chase down Yoshi, but no, they expected him to chase down Yoshi, but they didn't chase him down. They came back to the side, and poor old Azzy just got caught completely off guard, and he was not ready for that fight. Could not readjust his crosshair in time, got taken out because of it. 5-8 on the scorecards, and now Morph, they're not in a bad spot. A little bit of a disconnect coming on down through from one of the players. We're going to be going into a small technical pause, but for now, at least on this 5-8 scoreline, the last round was a little bit rough, but hey, it's completely fine. Mistakes do happen. This is where you learn. This is where you adapt. This is where you change up your playstyles as well. And the possibility of a 6-8 is right around the corner, but once again, we have seen FALLEN5 pull off a lot of incredible thrifty rounds. And this could just be a possible thrifty if we see a lot of mistakes coming on down through from the side of the defenders. First of all, Morph Impact, when they do make mistakes, they're making a lot of, let's say, large-scale mistakes. It's not even small ones. Small mistakes here and there, I can get behind. You can always recover from that. But Morph Impact, whenever they leave a massive gap in their execution strategy, they get exploited so hard that their entire execution gets stopped in one fail swoop. And if that happens again, it's gonna be difficult.
Oh!
And G just gets away with murder.
Oh, he does. And then following back from Kakarot, already a lot of impact happens. Laz gets one more. What is happening? Do they turn this around? No, Fat Penguin, he says, no, we're gonna still win this. We have the better weapons. This is still on our favor. But they lose 3 players. The Astro's low on HP as well. Can they actually come back from this is the question. It's gonna be really difficult. They're trying to get some spam shots in. This gets one on the Fat Penguin. 1 versus 3. What can he do? Frizz gets the first strike onto Yoshi. Does he get a trade? He doesn't.
Gun here.
Aziz to finish
What
things
did I
off.
tell you? What did I tell you?
What did you tell me? I don't remember what you said.
If you ever pay attention to any of the analysis, sometimes this
do.
is why I believe that you never get better at the game. You never
Oh,
ever consider the analysis that I give you.
no,
I
it's-
analyze the
it's
fact
all
that
being bad luck.
what is the biggest mistake being made by the side of Morph Impact? The biggest mistake that they do make is they do not expect any form of aggression to come on down through from the side of FALLEN5. This round, G casually walks up, taps one person with a sheriff, and immediately from the other sides of the map as well, people are starting to fall like flies. The overflooding of the comms just completely shuts down multiple different players as soon as they snap their fingers. One kill happens, and FALLEN5 immediately simultaneously get two more on multiple other sidelines. That's when your entire team just go in for a state of panic and they don't know what to do. I won't say that Morph Impact, they are making a mistake by not expecting these type of pushes, but they are not able to adapt from it. That level of adaptability needs to come in really quickly. And if it doesn't, oh god, this is gonna be a bad one, or this could be a good one as well. Goodbye, good night! You're not gonna be able to survive for more longer than that. Poor old Azzy, he tried to get away, but the side of Morph, they're not gonna be giving out anytime soon.
That they won't. Still holding on. It's still a 4 versus 4. Both sides trying to make sure this run goes in their favor, but Kakarot is so aggressive, but he's still quite low in HP. Nay doesn't have armor, but that sheriff, if he
seconds
lands
left.
those shots, can get the frag onto him. And they're still holding on to this A side. If they find this opening pick, create some momentum for their team's favor, they can go into the side, but he checks the wrong angle first. Nay gets one. He's moving and running and going to try and gather some information. Meanwhile, in that A main, Yoshi gets one through the smoke. But
enemy
NENF,
remaining.
he's going to find a trade.
Spike down
Kakarot
A.
still in that A side, still all alone. Dashes away, try and keep himself alive, but Friznat finally finishes him off. Blast is there in the meantime from the behind to make sure the round is not lost. It's going to be a 10-5 scoreline and a really good reading of the pace. As soon as the pace quickened, as soon as his first frag went Kakarot's favor, he's out of panic there maybe with that jump, but as soon as he gets that first frag, the rest of the team, I don't know, was it a strat to avoid a headshot? But
No, that was his mouse wheel.
he has the bind. Okay, he's got the mouse bind to the jump. But yeah, as soon as the first frag happened, the rest of the team reacted so well. Yoshi making sure he's keeping that A main protected as well. Blast coming in from the flank. Everything was set in motion at once.
No!
Spike
You
down
cannot
mid.
line up. I thought it was the op that's gonna get the lineup frag, but instead, follow-up trade is gonna be coming onto Aziz from Raph. Trades are coming in left, right, and center. Nay getting the final one onto Blast. It's still a 2 versus 3 advantage for the side of FALLEN5. They can make this in an 11-5 if they want to, but they need to play so patiently. They need to play slowly and not actually, move around too much. Just let the opponents make the first move. Because they are at a disadvantage. They have to get to the sites. And if they do gather that information, they can come up with a game plan. Because they have the weaponry. They have the utilities still with them as well. Kakarot holding on to that C site. And looks like C could be the site that Morph Impact are going for. If he catches timing, he does. Nay isn't even looking at the right direction. Kakarot with that operation just so clean. It's all onto Hey and Neff. Can he do? He's walking up to Garage, but gee, what a great read, but the timing isn't right. He was just looking. I don't know why he was looking there, honestly. I mean, you have the jet
30
in the
seconds
seaside. He
left.
pretty much knows and no one's really coming through there. I guess he was expecting him to be in C. I don't really know what he was expecting, but NF 1 versus 2. Can't get the bomb plant down, but the drone tags him. And they're slowly creeping up onto him. He gets up the bomb to distract, trying to get the frag onto Kakarot, but Kakarot, the op, is way too quick. He's gonna get the frag and get that 11-5 scoreline. This match is just... I mean, it had a lot of intensity, honestly. If ANF was able to manages to get one more frag there, or at least get the bomb down and get out of the sight, things could have gone very differently. But again, Morph Impact, they need to make make sure that opening goes in their favor. If not, if they don't get that opening frags early on, it's not working out.
Get out of my way.
It's a 5-11 scoreline. the entirety of FALLEN5, they have so much more control than any other. They're putting their aim on center shoe piece here. They're able to perform because of it. Take the fights, take the kills, take the engagements, and just bring it back all in your own favor. Blast on the other side. He doesn't really have a lot of HP to work with. And he needs to try and switch everything out here. But for Morph, they're trying to test out the waters. They're trying to see if they can catch out any form or even a snippet of aggression from any members of the side of the defense. But not just yet. Blast! He looks away at the wrong time. He falls asleep and gets caught with his pants down as well. That's a first initial kill. And that could be the first kill for many more! And Snake gets one more for himself, but Aziz, he shuts down Fritz. And with that, they have a 3 versus 4 situation to work with. Yes, the side control has already been established, but Aziz, he just could get away with murder here. He needs one shot, but no!
Ooh,
30 seconds
That's
left.
bad. That's
That
really
is-
bad.
that isn't good. Yoshi's gonna get one more frag with the Sova ultimate though. 2 versus 3, the flash comes in. Yoshi's completely blind, has to fall back. Nate trying to land the shots, but the shots are not gonna be hitting just now, just not yet. They're gonna trying to go into the garage, but the turret from the Killjoy is denying them entry. This is such a tough spot for them. Kakarot does find an opening onto Nate. 2 versus 2. Ultimate's available for the side of Morph Impact if they want to go for it. ANF denies one of them, that being Yoshi. Kakarot gets... What? Wait a second.
He lined
What?
them up! He lined them up!
What the...
He lined them up.
No
We
way.
did not expect that. That
No
lineup
way.
should not have happened. There is no situation in this entire world where Kakarot actually gets away with that.
No
He turned on his
way.
Ultra Instinct
Match
mode,
point.
pulled out his operator. He's like, what? Do I need an operator? Nah, I got my bare fisticuffs, and those fisticuffs are known as the Vandal. Takes that gun, immediately pops 2 heads. Sorry, it was a Phantom, not a Vandal, man. Sorry, I didn't notice that initially. Takes that Phantom, pops them both, and just walks away cleanly with the defuse. There's a reason why Kirito and I were not hyping up this play. We knew for a fact that there was no situation in this entire world where Kakarot would be able to go in for both of those kills. Unless and until it was aligned. The stars aligned for him just like the players. And it feels as though Lady Luck, they wanted him to win this.
What a play coming out from him. Absolutely insane. And that's going to ensure the 12th round match point for FALLEN5. So close to finishing this off. Unless Morph Impact are able to try and deny them, or at least delay the inevitable. They do spot out the Jet. It's going to be he's still holding on to his position. They know that his position is revealed, but still slowly creeping away to the A side. Looks like the A side is going to be not the main point of their attention for now for Morph Impact. Oh, Blast moves away from Garage. They are still contemplating whether or not they should go into that, but looks like it's gonna be a hit to the side of B with full force. Fat Penguin finds the opening frag onto this, and they're gonna be moving in, but inside the smoke, Yoshi! Oh my god, Friznaz managed to land the headshot, and the Defender Killjoy ultimate activates as well. The spike will be planted, and it's actually destroyed. They are able to use the Hunter Spree to take care of that. Raph with a follow-up. Blast trying to keep the team alive, trying to make sure it goes in their favor. But they're all just gonna fall. Morph Impact delaying, getting one more. 12 and 6 is gonna be the scoreline, and for now they're still in this. But is it enough? They are failing to establish a lot of control, and they sort of in that last round were just managed to bulldoze their way in. But again, if you want to have proper control of the site, control of the map, control of the different regions of the map, you need to think a lot more strategically, and it's not really happening, not just yet. But they can try and get a few more rounds, because right now, FALLEN5, they're on an eco. All sheriffs, there is one hero Vandal, and it's in the hands of Aziz.
This should be able to get away with a lot more here, but for now at least, they're gonna need to run, and they're gonna need to be the ones to survive. Enough. But Blast? What? Hello? Did you put on your Nikes, went in for a run, saw a head, popped it, and then ran back?
That could have been the case, honestly.
He literally put on his Nikes, man.
That was fast, honestly, but
That was a just
Morph
do it moment. That was a
Yeah.
just do it moment right there.
that's what we're gonna call it. That's what we're gonna call it from now on. Just do it, run from G. He's trying to stay alive. Oh, will that actually
Yeah,
works.
that was smart.
That was really smart coming out from It's ANF. Using the Stormy's ability to warp to the walls to get the frag. Actually, not get the frag, he moved him away so he can actually get the frags with his weapon. Gonna be using the ultimate outside of Garage. Not sure how effective that is. Not really displacing too much of the players from the side of FALLEN5, but that allows them to move into the B side just enough to get the spike down. For scenario again, eco round for the side of FALLEN5. Any frag they get is gonna be good enough. Skype's Trailblazers come in to gather information. They will spot out a few players outside. Oh, Raf, such a good angle. They're all gonna get the frags in their favor. Bush, Yoshi. Oh, another just do it moment there. Kakarot gets a frag before dying. Fat Penguin does trade him out. Still, decent damage done. Decent eco. It's gonna be 2 people remaining alive for Morph Impact. They should be happy with that. Because they are still only 1 round away from ending it all.
Seven and 12. Another buy round for the side of FALLEN5. Is their opportunity to bring in the pain, bring in the hurt once again, but the thing is, look at the way that they're positioning and look at the fact of how they're taking their engagements as well. They're going in a little bit too aggressively, and this aggression is costing them on multiple different avenues. They need to slow it all down, they need to take a deep breath, and they need to take it slow. The engagements are strong, they have the information, but they need to not give away too much. They have a double DRS composition trying to play into the best of their strengths! As it's gonna be good for 1 kill, but still Ney is immediately gonna be the one to trade out too. Kakarot still up to him. 1 good for 1, he's not gonna be good for a second though. Ney. He just says the exact same words as his name, Ney. Takes over the entire side, takes the control, and now they own all of the real estate here. And on the 7 and 12 scoreline, they need to bring in back something big. 1 kill and Dream. Are they gonna be able to get it? Not today. Fat Penguin's gonna be the one to shut down 1. And Ney swings out, gets a final headshot on towards the face of G as well. 8 and 12. And now Morph Impact, they're finally back in the game.
They are very much still in this, but again, for how long? 1 round. They can build up some momentum, but 1 good buy round from the side of FALLEN5 and it's over. First map going in favor of the players who picked it. FALLEN5 looking strong on Haven. Again, Morph Impact, as we said, overall in the best of 3, the maps are preferring them, so they just need to make sure they take the next map of Ascent if this does not go in their favor. If the map of Haven isn't theirs, which it doesn't look like, at least from the looks of it from now. They can, if they try to bring it back to Ascent, they stand a better chance at winning at Breeze, as we pointed out. So they should be keeping that in mind. But still, it's just give it your best shot, even if this map looks really not really good for you. Let's see how many they can get. Kakarot spot out a player in that C-long. Well, the push coming in towards Garage. I don't think that was the best of idea, jumping down to the Garage from the Killjoy, but Priznats, nice shot. A lot of pressure onto Blaz. He's the only one holding in Garage. Silverdome is going to be coming in. They're not going to be pushing without intel. Morph Impact. Blaz, though, gets 1 shot onto NF, but trades come in from Raf. He spots 1 more player in that Garage window. He's going to be moving away. Look at the amount of respect, though. They realize that their weapons are not the best from the side of FALLEN5. Yet, they're not rushing into the side. They're going to be playing around. They're going to be playing on the rotations. Now they're going to the side of A to get the spike down.
Ooh, these shock darts could be really potent here, but it's not going to be able to find out anything just yet. The lineups are not going to be that strong. But now is where the real fun is about to start. Ney holding around that corner. Spots exactly where Aziz is. Not going to be able to find that shot, though. And he gets so much info. They walk away with this. Well, there's a high chance of walking away from this, but G, he doesn't know exactly where the other player's going to be holding on to. Raph, he has the element of surprise. They don't know where Raph is. I personally do believe, but Raph, he's gonna be going in for a swing. He's going in for the fight. That's such a good swing from this man. Went in for a short jiggle. Immediately went in for the crouch after as well to reposition his head. And there is no situation in the entire world where G is gonna be able to hit that shot. It was fast, it was precise, and it was clean. Just look at that swing. Perfection. Good mechanics can win you rounds. And in this situation, for the side of Morph Impact, they just didn't need good mechanics, they needed perfect ones. And Raph, he was able to deliver.
That is what they need right now, and that is what they're delivering, but can they keep this up? They are only a few more rounds away from equalizing and taking it to overtime. I mean, if they are able to bring this to a 12-12 aggressive, I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly. A jump peek does come in from G. I think he spotted our Fitznaz, knows that there's a player on that C long. And he's not gonna be going for that peek again. Looks like Morph Impact, they are still trying to find some information, some avenue to push in. For now, denied every way. Good positioning from the side of FALLEN5. I really want to see some aggression, but they are being very patient right now. They don't want to give away any more rounds. They want to finish this off nice and easy. Yoshi. Players are going to be moving towards that garage entry. Will he be spotting out the Astra? Doesn't get the tag though. G holding on to the angle.
Taking that back.
Here comes the smoke, and the execution should be beginning. Thunder Barrel is spotted out, and Kakarot lands a nice shot onto A. There are a couple more players there. Yoshi moving to the garage, spots the recon and knows that there are players inside that region. He knows that the garage is compromised. Now, G, what are you going to do about that? He's holding inside, in front of the entrance. Kakarot gets one, but the trades are going to be good. Yoshi's going to be to follow up as well, but the trades just keep on coming. G gets one more with 6 HP. 1 versus 3. Fat Penguin gets one, but delaying. Inevitable and Blast from Garage drops down. Finishes the map off. 39. Oh, it was a close one. Aggressive. Almost. 39, not bad.
Almost, but not really. This could have ended a lot earlier as well when you consider the amount of an advantage that the side of FALLEN5 had initially. What was the scoreline? It was 12-5, I do believe. On it from a 12-5, yeah, sorry, 12-6. From that, they were able to come back for the 3 rounds, send it down over to a 12-9, where they had an advantage moving on forward. They were winning out on multiple different rounds, but why were they winning out on those engagements? It was because they were using their utility to make their plays a lot more creative. But as soon as they went in for a one-dimensional approach down towards the seaside, everything just fell apart right then and there. It just tumbled down like a piece of dominoes. There was nothing that you could have done when you go in for a fast rush down towards the seaside. It just doesn't work. Heading on down over to the match highlights as well, you're going to see a lot of these mistakes being made by Morph Impact throughout the game. And in a way, yes, I'm being harsh on them primarily because I know how strong and how potent this roster can be. FALLEN5, yeah, they're having an incredible day. That's guaranteed. Look at Aziz just popping heads like it's nobody's business. Looking at the server scoreboard as well, we're going to be seeing that soon enough. He was on a tear. He knew what he needed to do. He knew how to take down every single engagement, but when you get demoralizing losses like this, when it comes down to a couple of the rounds, like for example, Kakarot winning out a 1 versus 3 situation because of a lineup kill, that's gonna mentally affect you as a team. And more if they were just not able to recover from a lot of the rounds that they did lose out on. Yeah, they have put up an admirable fight at the very end, but they didn't fight for long enough and not hard enough as well.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, some of the situations where Morph Impact, they weren't, properly clearing out some of those regions, walking in together, making sure you're using those utilities and establishing your control there. It's so important in a lot of those cases. And it's hard to come back when you don't have that control. They got some interesting facts like creating situations, creating plays for your players, but when you need to play in a more strategic way, in a more strategic aspect, some of the qualities were really absent from them. And FALLEN5, they just had good combination of tactics and gunfire. There were some situations that could be avoided, but overall I would not really change what they have in play right now. But again, we did talk about the maps, and we still have the second map to go, which very heavily favors the side of Morph Impact. And I believe if they keep their mental strong, they can provide us with a good show there and with a good comeback. Because there are glimpses where I saw, okay, this is a good show. This is a really good coordinated push. This is good use of utility, and they're walking in together really well, getting the trades really well, and not really having to discuss the strategy. That situation where you and your teammates are just like, okay, we know what's gonna happen. We know how the play's just gonna work out. We don't really have to call it out to your teammates, and those chemistry situations are slowly building up. But they need to be a lot more sharpened. They need to be a lot more accurate. And we need to see a lot more impact from the duelist. Fritznets, he did get a lot of frags on the Jet in the end, but we need to have the early impact from him because that's the Jet, man. You need to have your Jet on point for the whole match. Same for Kakarot as well. They took some time to wake up, but if they did that from the beginning of the match, the whole situation could be very different. So I want to see them very hyperactive from the beginning.
Yeah, that's what we're expecting from them on map number 2, because in a way, FALLEN5 winning out on that first initial map, it's not really the biggest of surprises because they're the ones who picked up this map, they're the ones who wanted this fight to happen, and they're the ones who are going to be the people who take all of the engagements and have it under full control. But moving on down the line from here, at least, though, what we do not know is how Morph Impact are going to be answering for their home map. Ascent is their pickup, but FALLEN5, they're really comfortable on the map of Ascent as well. We have seen FALLEN5 being the ones to take out multiple other Juggernaut teams on that particular map. So now that they're here, now that they're forced in such a predicament, how are Morph Impact going to be coming back from it? The mistakes here being made by them were very, very fundamental mistakes. And to fix it, it's just about a mentality shift. They need to take time, and they just need to play it a lot more slower and make sure they have their communication lines cleaned up properly. Because on multiple different situations, it felt like Morph Impact, when they were left on their own devices, maybe on a 2 versus 4 situation or a 2 versus 3 situation, they played like a proper unit. But when it was a 5 versus 5, what happened to them? It feels like the communication just didn't exist. It was all falling apart in a couple of seconds. And looking at the scoreboard as well, you can see that. Look at the kills all over the place. 21 kills from the side of Ralph. Hey and F got 16. Nay got 17. Fritznat got 13. And Fat Penguin has 15. They got the frags. They have the individual talent. Their aim is on point, but only when they are a 2-man or a 3-man roster. When more than 3 people are alive, the entirety of Morph Impact, they just lose their sense of direction of what they really want to do. But for FALLEN5, everyone was on the same page.
In those scenarios, you really need to make sure the team chemistry is working really well and, making the decisions, because those get so much more intense as we figure in our map recap how important these next few matches are going to be for them. Because in Ascent, you have that gunfight. Obviously, the gunpower, the firepower is going to be really important for them, but you also need to make sure you have that level of coordination. And as you said, they need to make sure in those 3 versus 3 scenarios, maybe 4 versus 4 scenarios, they work together as a unit. And that's going to allow them to get more rounds in their favor. Because a lot of those clutch scenarios, we see they have an advantage, they have a lead, or a better man count, more players alive. But still, because of that lack of coordinated play, they're not double peeking, they're not clearing angles with utility, they're not playing off each other's strengths. Stuff like that is pushing them into very dangerous situations, and they're losing the gunfight. Stuff like that needs to change. Luckily, they still have that opportunity. They still have a second map to go for it. It's going to be the map of Ascent. And what they need to do is go for a hard reset. Like, it happened. It's all good. Now we know what the mistakes are, guys. So let's work on that and figure it out. Because I want this match to go on. There's just so much, individual clashing happening between these players that I want more coming out from them. For that to happen, side of Morph Impact need to win the map of Ascent. But let's see if that's going to be happening real soon.
Yeah, we're going to be heading on down over into a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Make sure to scan that QR code, get yourself that can of Red Bull, and get yourself energized, as we are going to be heading on down over onto that. And we're going to be back with you real shortly with the Intel Presents Esports TEC Challenger Series powered by Cosmic Byte in association with Red Bull. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, this is Raka and welcome to the Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers gonna review the best new gaming laptops in the market. And today we are looking at the Intel powered Asus ROG Zephyrus S17, a laptop which stands for its amazing multitasking capabilities. As a streamer, I need my system to stream, game, record all at the same time. Having tested it, I'm quite thrilled that this laptop can actually handle it. And if you're wondering how, it is all thanks to the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor, which gives your laptop a desktop caliber performance. With 8 cores, 16 threads and Intel Turbo Boost Max technology 3.0, it is capable of running several tasks without worrying about bottlenecks. So multitasking also leads to some heating issues. But luckily, the S17 has its active aerodynamic system plus, which improves the airflow and enables long hours of streaming while keeping it cool. While choosing for a laptop, I also look for fast connectivity options for my accessories such as Stream Deck and capture card. But thankfully, the S70's Intel Thunderbolt 4 is very sorted in this regard. This one port lets me connect to all my accessories easily thanks to its blazing fast bandwidth speed up to 40 Gbps. Overall, I think the Asus Zephyrus S17 is a great laptop for streamers, gamers, or anyone with the similar needs. So what are you waiting for? Bring yours home today.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch, and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th Gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th Gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus Vortex Flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th Gen Intel Core processor now.
Hey guys, this is Raka and welcome to the Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers gonna review the best new gaming laptops in the market. And today we are looking at the Intel powered Asus ROG Zephyrus S17, a laptop which stands for its amazing multitasking capabilities. As a streamer, I need my system to stream, game, record all at the same time. Having tested it, I'm quite thrilled that this laptop can actually handle it. And if you're wondering how, it is all thanks to the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor, which gives your laptop a desktop caliber performance. With 8 cores, 16 threads and Intel Turbo Boost Max technology 3.0, it is capable of running several tasks without worrying about bottlenecks. So multitasking also leads to some heating issues, but luckily the S17 has its active aerodynamic system plus, which improves the airflow and enables long hours of streaming while keeping it cool. While choosing for a laptop, I also look for fast connectivity options for my accessories such as Stream Deck and capture card. But thankfully, the S70's Intel Thunderbolt 4 is very sorted in this regard. This one port lets me connect to all my accessories easily thanks to its blazing fast bandwidth speed up to 40 Gbps. Overall, I think the Asus Zephyrus S17 is a great laptop for streamers, gamers, or anyone with the similar needs. So what are you waiting for? Bring yours home today.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch, and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus Vortex Flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th gen Intel Core processor now.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Intel Presents the Esports Challenger Series powered by Cosmic Byte in association with Red Bull. Your boy Aggressive back once again with his main man Kirito. We went for a hunt for Asuna. Sadly, we were not able to find her,
You
but
did it again.
that's why we are now back here on
I
the
told
hot
you
seat
not to
once
do it.
more
But you did
to bring you this high intense game between both of these
Yes.
squads. First initial match was a little bit underwhelming from the side of Morph Impact. They could have done a lot more better. And as we do head on down over to the map recap screen, we get a visual representation of the scoreline, exactly what happened there. And FALLEN5, they just won it out on a landslide of a victory. Would you personally say it felt like a 13-9 scoreline? Because in my eyes, it felt more leaning in favor towards the side of FALLEN5 in comparison to Morph.
Yeah, I mean, there's strats and everything. Their movement in the whole map was sort of stagnant. I feel like it wasn't really, strategically promising. And sometimes I feel like whatever they're planning doesn't really have a proper, good ending for that particular round. They do have that gunfight ability. They do take the duels quite confidently and sometimes also come out on top. That really impacts the rounds well. But you need to have the same coordination and same strategy standing right next to it. Without that, it's going to be really difficult for this team to actually come back. But again, they are moving into Ascent. They picked this map, so I'm assuming they have to be a bit familiar with it. I mean, Ascent, it's a pretty common map, but there are endless amount of strats you can come up with. So I'm expecting that the side of Morph Impact have something planned that will allow them to, sort of make this a one-to-one scenario and go to the map of Breeze. Because again, Ascent, it's very gunfight based. It's very aim centric, and they have that aim. But so does the side of FALLEN5, and in order to counter that aim, you need to have something extra, something a little bit more than just pure aggression. That needs to be that controlled aggression, that planned aggression, the strategy that needs to help out the team push into the sites and stop that spike from planting. Those are going to be so much more important in the second map for the side of Morph Impact.
What we're really hoping for out here as well. To see a little bit more of a dynamic change in the way that Morph played this map, because the entirety of Haven felt a little bit too one-dimensional. And in the rounds that they were able to adapt, yes, they were able to win it out, but then they started falling back to their old playstyle, taking fights one by one. They were rushing in together as a 5-man unit without really using their utility in proper formats. They threw out a recon pole, but there was no flash to go on through to back up the jet when they just went for the dash. But multiple different mistakes were happening over and over again, causing the side of Morph Impact to just fall apart. As we do jump on towards the draft screen, both of the teams are ready, they're prepped up. We're going to be seeing a little bit of a change up for the way Morph are going to be playing their double initiator with the pickup of a KO instead of a Sky. Now, I want your thoughts here, Kirito. What do you think of the KO? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Or is it just a meh pickup in general?
It's okay, I can roll with it. I mean, I do prefer the Sky. It sort of the flash can be really useful for the coordinated pushes with the team. You can actually either flash the entire site or a specific region where player is to actually counter him. But they're going for the KO, which is not bad. The KO has his own flash, has a molly as well to work with, and that the knife that suppresses the enemies can also provide information, I believe, a lot more accurate than Sky. So it's not a bad pick to go for if you want to play off that information. So I feel like the KO is still a decent replacement for the side of Morph Impact with Ney on that agent. But from the side of their opposition, FALLEN5, again, going with the double duelist, going with the Reyna on his Ziz and Kakarot on the jet. They have been reliable. But again,
Select your agent.
it's okay. Actually, it's fine to go with that double duelist on Ascent, but again, you have to make sure you're countering that level of intel play from Morph Impact. If they can bring that utility,
Intel play.
Intel play. I meant to say, based off information, stuff like that. But if they can counter that kind of utility-based gameplay from the side of Morph Impact, then they can most certainly bring that round to their favor. And obviously, they have the gunfights coming with them. They have the proper agents coming with them as well. So the potential is there from this side of FALLEN5 to even win out this map that we are sort of expecting to go side of Morph Impact.
It should be going either way. We don't really know just yet. but we are going to be finding out soon enough as well. Consider something here, Kirito, because the utility that they do have on their side, yeah, this KO could be the make it or break it for them, but in a lot of different situations, tell me honestly where the KO, even in the international scene, has seen massive amounts of play and seen a massive amount of success as well. It's very few teams, they're very few, like I can literally count them on my finger, that can even make this KO work out in a very beautiful fashion, primarily because why? KO doesn't really facilitate your teammates as beautifully as all of the other initiators do. He needs a tiny little bit more of a change. Yes, he's a game-changing agent, but it's so difficult to play in a team environment that do you want to pick him up over something like a Sky? I don't really know about that.
It's a risky pick. Try and make this work, but the first frag goes in favor of the side of the KO. It's gonna be Nate taking down Ziz. Meanwhile, a mid pick comes from Kakarot. Will be spotting out a bunch of players in that region, and they are all walking in towards him. But he's gonna go to the left side. They don't check the angle. He gets one frag onto Fritz, and as the Jet player is eliminated, trade does come in from Hayana. But oh, Nay pushes into G, but he gets taken down. Blaz with a follow-up. Right after that frag, the jumping classic comes in, and Fat Penguin's ready for him. 2 versus 2, still anyone's game. Both Sovas also still in the map. Yoshi playing really patiently. This is the scenario where you, as a defender, you really don't want to move around. You really want to just stay in one region, let the opponents make a move. And if you can find an opening pick, but Yoshi just doesn't spot out Raf sitting right below Heaven. And he's going to be getting up. Oh, he doesn't see him either now. Pushing in, gets a double dink onto him. 2 versus 1 scenario. Now a lot of pressure onto Blaz. The glass is not broken while going up to Haven, so he's gonna give them information on where he is, as he has to break the glass to go to Heaven. At this point, yeah, not really much you can do. They run and gun him down together. And the first one going in favor of Morph Impact. A good start. The start they needed aggressive to get this map rolling in their favor.
This and the 0-run scoreline now in their favor. It's gonna be a tough one still, I would say, for the members of the attack, but they can bring it on back, I do believe. It's all about the systematic play, because once again, this is the side of FALLEN5 that we're talking about, the people who are constantly going in for ecos all over. And if they're able to find one more for themselves, that's gonna be good. But Kakarot, good flick on towards the KO knife. Does get that first initial frag, gets a tiny little bit of information that the KO is playing from mid. And if the KO is playing there, it's just gonna get even more problematic. But Britnats gets caught out by the recon bolts, not gonna be able to survive for long there. But
He has teammates.
has he?
Support him. They're all...
Check with the damage.
He does. But he's going to be moving in through the smoke. Does he really want to take this fight? They have the weapons, by the way. This is going to be the Byron for the side of Morph Impact. And oh, the timing. As soon as all the players move away from mid, he's going to be pushing in, down. Nobody's actually watching that mid right now. He's established so much control. I'm pretty sure FALLEN5 have no idea he's pushed up this much, but they are looking for that Acer generator inside the smoke. G, can he catch a player off timing? Goes for the classic shot, but misses. And it's only gonna be these players. Kakarot though with the Marshall, he's good enough, gets one. Before that, NF does get into the frag onto Ziz. The trades are coming in, despite this being a save round. Decent attempt from the side of FALLEN5 to keep things in their favor.
Left.
But the 2 versus 3 Nano as the spike is gonna be going down. NF, he's aware of the flank. Blaz, oh, the timing. Oh, no. And hello, he says with the shorty. Picks up the Spectre as well and dinks a player. Oh, the turns have tabled.
Wait, what?
But nay. Oh,
Yoshi?
Takes on Yoshi.
You didn't know?
What's...
Wait, Yoshi didn't know how?
Yoshi didn't see the player in below Heaven?
No, he just completely ignored it.
I thought he lost a gunfight because we weren't really spectating him. I thought you were just fighting him and lost.
Yoshi was staring at generator. That was a communication breakdown, I do believe.
He told him that I dinked a play. I guess maybe he assumed that he was dinked and maybe got scared and fell back maybe into hell, but that's not what happened there. Yoshi should have paid attention. I don't know.
It happens.
Weird stuff happens in the matchup, but it's still in favor of the side of Morph Impact, and this is gonna be their bonus round. They do have some rifles though. They did lose 3 players last round, and all 3 of those players are gonna be on the rifles.
It's gonna be a problematic situation in general for them to try and bring on back from this, but It's completely fine. Move it up, down. Take proper positions. Push it back forward. Yoshi, he's on mid. Spots out one of the players, but he's just playing mind games with them. Tagging them up, causing as much panic as he possibly can, trying to feed his information to the team. He knows for a fact that 3 players are on mid, but that's all that he's able to read out from this. There will always be players on mid. Sometimes you don't even need to do an owl drone for that. One small footstep will give you that level of information. But with this level of control, G, it's his turn. He's in such an aggressive position, but Ozzy, he does take that first initial kill. This is an easy double swing. One's going in for a bait with the other.
Enemy remaining. Spike
G.
down A.
3 kills for him. That's all that they need. And a flawless round is pretty much right on
30
the cards.
seconds left.
Only one player remains to be alive. It's gonna be Hey and F. Might catch a timing. No, he doesn't. Blast.
He actually does catch the timing, but the Vandal's just a really bad weapon at that range.
Oh, he did do damage onto Blast. He was 30 HP, but yeah, honestly, if he had the Phantom, the rate of fire is just much higher, and he could have just melted him there. Regardless, it's gonna be a 2-1 scoreline. Sort of expected, because we did know the gunfire was favoring the side of FALLEN5 a little bit more, considering the economy. But again, this time Morph Impact, they're gonna have to go to a save, and they are gonna have to play on a few pistols.
Yeah, that's primarily due to the fact that during that last round when it was still their anti-eco, the side of FALLEN5, they nearly pulled off a possible thrifty. And that possible thrifty really did cost them there on that particular roundup. So now being forced onto an eco with a couple of hero bundles to work with, how are they going to push themselves forward? Now that's the real question. Morph, they get the information, they know exactly where a couple of the players are holding. Blast playing a dangerous game on his own accord because one nano swarm in his position or even the KO molly, he's just gone.
You know, so I don't know if it's the best idea to have the Killjoy there as well, because he has control of the entire defensive utility holding on to this B side. I guess they realize that this could be a save round from the side of Morph Impact, and so they're trying to play off that information, but the KO ultimate comes in and denies him any accessibility to his ultimates or his utilities, and the push comes in from Morph Impact. They're gonna get a bunch of frags, and it's gonna be a 3 versus 2 scenario. Rotation has to be coming in from Aziz and G. The market door is broken. They're trying to get some spam, trying to get some extra damage in. All 3 players in the site. If they can isolate these frags, they can do some damage. They do spot out Fritznats behind the site, but the attacks come in. Oh, Aziz 5 HP. He's gonna be flashed as well. Good entry denial from the players of Morph, and they're gonna get one more frag. 1 versus 3 scenario. Gee, he's so low in HP. What can he do? He has to run away.
He can do absolutely nothing. Run, save that gun, save it for another rainy day here. And this is another problem entirely right off the get-go. We expected this to happen, and it did. As soon as the KO came in, he popped the ult, full side control, rush it down, take control. We don't care what you have holding down the side. We have 5 players, and there's no way you're holding a 5-stack down towards the side of B, because the side of Fallen, they are never a team like that to hedge all their bets on one single side. And the fact that Morph, they were able to adapt and learn it from the side of map number 1 just goes to show that the team is evolving right as we speak. And if this is the level of evolution that we're seeing right here and right now, I want to see how much they will improve at the very end of this game. So for now, they're showing adaptability. They're showing they're showing the potential to be a team who can be the very best and take down the side of FALLEN5 over to the 5th map. And hey, if they're able to hit shots like this as well, poor old Kakarot, I don't think he's going to be getting away with anything anytime soon.
And that was a really nice shot coming out, and a really important frag as well, taking Kakarot out of the equation early on, denying him any more chance to do anything else in this round. They still have a few more players to go though. Aziz still very much in this matchup. He's still a little bit below on the kill feed side, but we are barely 4 rounds, and he still has more than enough time to pop off. And this time he's gonna have to wait a little bit more as he has to fall back to market. As Fistnats, followed up by those shock darts, is pushing through. They do identify that this could be a push down mid, and Aziz realizes he cannot stay here much longer. Has to fall back all the way to their base. Still has some of that aggression in him, and goes for a nice peek onto Fistnats, takes him down, makes it even Stevens. 4 versus 4 scenario.
That's a
The only
rough one.
duelist. The only duelist for the side of Morph back taken down. And with that Jet not being there, the entry is going to be a bit more harder, but it's this. A little bit too
30
much
seconds
aggression, my
left.
friend.
Much aggression for them. And another level of control for the side of Morph to try and take. The defenders are low on manpower, but at the same time, what are the attackers low on? They're really low on HP. Yoshi takes a good chunk of damage on its own accord. Not gonna be able to live for long
10
if he's not
seconds
careful
left.
here. And now Blast, it's all up to him to maybe get that first initial kill, maybe get that tiny bit of control. But Yoshi on the back end's gonna be the one to take down Nate. Good shot from him. Takes the control, takes the fight with only more 20 seconds left for his arrow to come back. They can take it slow. They can take the execution one by one. They don't need to rush in towards the side. They already know everyone's going to be holding inside. Blast is going to be good for one, but still, once again, they swung it a little bit too early, but gee! The spray transfer is going to be good. It takes down both. Beautiful round coming on down from the side of FALLEN5. I want to see that from his perspective, but sadly we can't. We can see it from the enemy, maybe, though.
I mean, you just see one player looking at one direction, just looks at you and you die. That was absolutely insane. We see a really good hold coming out from them, though. I mean, look at that. They just instantly get melted.
Good shot.
Insane coming out from GE. And he's going to be bringing it to a 2-3 scoreline and very much still in favor of the side of Morph Impact. This could be the momentum they need. This could be the push they need to keep this match going in their favor. Because even one of those solo plays from one player can do so much for your team overall. And I guess they're still hoping for plays like this to happen. Kakarot pushing down mid. That smoke sort of gives his position away, although he is trying to avoid being tagged by that Sova Recon. At least he can dash his way out of there. Still not exactly in any harm. But they are coming for him as we see the mid push coming in from the side of Morph Impact. Yoshi will be tagged all the way from market as Ney gets a frag onto a really aggressive Kakarot. Princess already has the Blade Storms equipped and they're going to be going for this B side. There's only one player defending it, but that Acer utility slows things down a little bit. Will this buy enough time for Yoshi to keep some players from entering? Spots the Jet. Spots the K1, gets him taken down. Spike's there as well. They'll pick it up real quick, but the drone... Oh, can he get the spike in? He will. And they have established control of the side. Blast gets one more onto Fat Penguin, and things are slowly shifting around. Attacker Killjoy ultimate is gonna come in as well. And Fritznas rushes in, gets one right click, but out of knives. Trades are gonna be happening, and it's a 1 versus 2 scenario. 1 versus 1. Killjoy versus Killjoy, but he's detained. Does he buy enough time as the lockdown gets destroyed? Oh, enough. Not going for that fight. Because he still needs to spike the plan to spike. Yeah.
Spike
But he
planted.
could have gone in for the fight regardless, but he didn't want to risk it because he didn't know the exact position of where he's going to be holding. It's going to be costly one go. 1 versus 1. Both of these Killjoys, they are playing it very slow and very systematic. But with a slow creep from the side of Blast, he doesn't know, but his gun barrel's going to be poking out. You didn't see the gun barrel, no man!
Oh, what is happening? What is happening?
Oh,
Noise.
no, this is bad.
Oh, he makes noise.
He's gone. And like the man, you can do whatever you want to him. You have it in the middle, have it on the tips of your finger. You're playing basketball out here, just spinning the ball around in your fan.
Oh my god. What is happening in this match?
He didn't see the gun barrel, man. It was poking out. Even I could see the tip of it, and I have the thing turned off.
Oh god. I mean, imagine if he did that. It would have been really different overall in the round. God.
That's rough, man. Especially in these clutch situations, you sometimes do miss out on the finest of details. But in this was such a crucial round for them to win out as well here, because now they're all down to eco guns. Only a couple of pistols and a couple of upgrades to work with, especially with the ultimate still holding down strong. So Fritznats, he's gonna be able to activate himself for this round. Oh, nice shot guard.
Oh, okay. Activation not lasting long enough as Yoshi gets a shot guard frag. But again, the economy is so different. The players of FALLEN5, they're on pistols. RT3 comes out, finds one Raph onto Yoshi.
Found a double tag on market.
Oh, he did. Those players
that
are
was
so
double
low
tag.
right now. She's the only one actually in good HP, but he gets spotted out, gets one sheriff shot onto Nate. But the trades are happening real quick. It's all onto Ziz, but he's so low. Only has a sheriff, not an ounce of armor. And they're all singulating on him. Triangulating, actually. Sorry. I don't know why I said singulating. It's not the correct term.
Is there even a term called singulating?
There is now, because I said it.
No. Just no.
Yeah.
Moving on down the line from
when
him
you
and
sing, it's when you single out some player.
this
That's
is
the
why
term.
you're gonna fail your
This is-
HSTs.
What? Oh my god, that is a big curse. Aggressive. I hope you realize what you're saying.
Hey, last days for casting. I'm here for all for it. 2-5 on the scoreline though, ladies and gentlemen. And now, it is gonna be the time for Fallens to finally try and pick this back up. Another buy round for them to work with. The map of Ascent should be going in their favor just a little bit, but at the same time, Morph Impact, it feels as though they have the entire map under a different set of lockdown. All the members of FALLEN5, they're playing their own game kinda, not really focusing on the crossfire angles, but slowly but surely taking their fights one by one. Yes, they're winning out on gunfights, they have the aim to do it, but they need to rush in together much more as a squad, because look at all the members of Morph. They have full control. They look like a proper military tactics team, where they're playing around purely based upon the defaults. Yes, but they're hitting the shots regardless. HNF casually gets 1 kill onto Kakarot, and they're just not going to be able to find out much here.
Spike down.
G's
A.
good for 1. Not going to be able to good for the second, though. And 1 by 1, they take full control. The site's now theirs. And all the members of the side of defense, they have a choice. Either go in for a retake, or just go in for a save. Woo.
I don't really want to know what decision they're going to be making, because either way, they're going to be put in a difficult scenario. This scoreline isn't going to go in their favor.
Last player standing.
Or Yenei takes down Aziz, but the trade does happen from Yoshi. 1 versus 2. Nay. They just play time. They can just chill here, play off the trade, but they're still going for the utility plays. Oh, Yoshi. Almost getting the 4K to finish up the round, but Fitznas luckily is able to spot him out and get the spray down. And the 2-6 scoreline will be coming up. This match is getting intense despite these rounds getting really close. It's still so one-sided.
Level of spray control and the level of potency that both of these teams have. It's insane to watch. It is on the 2-6 scoreline though. Positions are prime. They know what they need to hold here, but as of right now, Morph, they just have so much more control. They know what they're doing on the map. They're running around the place as if they own it. And this KO is getting so much value as well. Every knife, every ultimate being used gives information, yes, but they're also using that information to go in for a proper execution. And these are the type of execution plays that I really love to see. KO has not seen a lot of success for this primary reason. They're using him in the sense of an initiator, like Sky or Sova. They're actually not using him like a Breach. And that's exactly how you should be playing this certain character. He embodies Breach, but in a much more mobile playstyle where he can facilitate himself as well as his teammates. And with that, as more time passes, I think that KO could just be a meta pickup soon enough.
Yeah, this could be a massive read coming down from the side of Morph Impact. Finding out how much actually KO can be used in the map of Ascent. You see Raph using that drone is a bit of a fake, and oh my god. It pulls almost everybody from the side of
30 seconds
FALLEN5 into the side of A. There was only one player nearing that area and mid. It's gonna be Blast. He's gonna be taken down pretty soon. There we go. Fritznas. Again, this is an ego from the side of FALLEN5. I guess it's understandable for them to try and bulk up the site they assume
Spike planted.
is gonna be the site of execution early on, because they're at a gun disadvantage, but right now this decision was wrong. Rav gets 1 more. Can he get a fall? Actually, G gets 1 in their favor. 4 versus 3, but still, they are very much outgunned here, aggressive. Pretty sure this one is not gonna go in their favor. ANF's gonna fall. Another second frag. Takes down Yoshi. It's all onto G. He's trying to keep him alive, trying to use that one rifle that he's able to pick up in his favor. Oh, he's getting a few frags though. Oh! Gets a bunch of frags. That's all good.
Yeah, he gets 3 kills. That's all that they could ask for, especially on an eco round. But now, 3 rounds consecutively. No excuses. Not anymore. You have the chance of buying yourself up an operator. I do believe No, you still don't have that luxury to buy yourself an op. Yes, you do. Selling out one smoke, he's going to be able to buy it for himself. And with that, now that he has enough for this, they don't have any more excuses. They need to win this round. This operator needs to sing the song of death. And we know how good Kakarot is when he has an operator in his hand, especially on this map in particular. They took out FS in style just because of this one specific weapon. They have control. They know what they really need to do, but Kakarot keeps on getting shut down. Any fight that he wants to take, he just gets outsmarted, and then he gets outgunned. Banes before Brawn, they said. For old Kakarot, he's not able to channel his inner Saiyan nature for that.
Yeah, he's figuring out firsthand that it's once you don't land those shots, everything gets so much more difficult for you. As a Jet, especially.
Yeah, less control.
Really good ability to push into the open spaces, and we're gonna see a couple of treats coming in. Prince Nat's triple kill for him, not for an ace. If he can find the shots.
Enemy remaining.
Fat Penguin's though is gonna steal it from
Too
him.
many angles. Way too many angles.
Nothing you can do there. It's all on to Yoshi. Does come in towards heaven, sends the drone flying. Will spot out Prince Nats, push him out of position to make sure the path is clear for him. But again, 1 versus 3. Yep, Prince Nats just one shy of the ace.
Once again, what's happening here? I'm pretty sure you saw the mistake as well there, Kirito, when it came down towards the side of A. The garden hold was not as immaculate as you would have hoped for. With only the operator player holding short, what happens when the operator player is not able to hold it down properly? The sideline gets given up. He already missed his first initial shot. He pretty much backed off from garden, not even holding short itself, onto heaven. And no one was watching A short when everyone else was pushing up? A little bit of a question mark in my eyes.
He needs that positioning from his teammates to be able to make sure those mistakes can be countered. And stuff like that lacking is causing this huge disparity in the scoreline. It's going to be an 8-2. And the rotation is going to be coming in as this nice one tap onto Fat Penguin. And a second one to Raph. The concussion comes in. Oh,
How good is this man? Come on!
G
He's
comes
playing
in to
game
the
lab out here.
rescue.
He's literally saying game lab out here.
Oh,
Look
one
this
more.
guy.
Can he get a 4K with the Sheriff? He does. Is this?
Roll it back, roll it back, roll it back, roll it back. We needed one more. You can see the smile on this
Last
man's
round
face.
in the half.
Literally the smile of a devil. Look at this.
He
One
gets
tap.
one.
He gets two.
Ooh.
Slow-mo. Beautiful. Another slow-mo. Take it one more. And pop the head immediately. And you can see, like, oh my god. Like, just look at that man. He's like, pray to Jesus. Pray to Jesus. He's
Aw.
himself. I think we made someone mad. The sheriff is able to sing. And as is, he's looking out for blood.
Dude, a singing sheriff can be so scary at times if you aren't able to make it stop. And this is just sang a whole orchestra there.
Animal, man.
Insane shots, and that's gonna give a lot of room for the side of FALLEN5 to actually create some economy advantage for their team and try and go for a more aggressive playstyle, which they are doing right now. Fat Penguin, he's gonna get the opening onto Blast though. The trades are gonna be not coming in just yet. The shock darts are trying to be used to destroy the lockdown, but they won't find the shots. Cosmic Divide comes in as well. A lot of utility is being used from either side. But the execution towards the B side is gonna be coming in. One player detained. What's happening?
Kakarot, this is such a bad idea, but this could be the best idea you ever had in your entire life. You're able to pull this one off. No one clears him out. He has full side control. The 100 Sphere is trying to get a little bit of information because of the Astral Divide being placed from the side of the attackers. They have full side control. They have walk straight in. But with this little bits of information, they should be able to hold. Kakarot's going to be good for the first initial kill on towards the side of KNF. They're going to be going in for the side stake soon enough. But things are need to slowing on down. They want to wait for as much utility as they possibly can. They're still not going to be able to find it. As it's going to be good for one because of the Empress. But that's going to be able to take one more for himself. Fat Penguin takes on Yoshi. They're rushing in towards the side. The gravity one does not find anything here. Now taking an engagement for the spray. It's not going to be good. And Prince Nats, he's not going to be able to find that final one. He finds it all. And poor old Asus gets taken out as well. The spray control one wasn't there. And Prince
was
Nats, he
so
knows
close.
what he gets away with.
a little bit more control, a little bit more ammo in the bullet, either would have done it. He could have gotten a double kill there, and if they managed to get that final frag onto the jet, it would have been their round. Oh my god. That is unfortunate.
Placing sentry.
Oh god.
That's an actual tragedy.
Well, regardless, moving on to the second half, it's the 9-3 scoreline. And it's still in favor of the side of Morph Impact. Now, they have gotten a good lead in that first step, and now they can use that double initiator lineup very passively, very slowly if they want to. And they can go really aggressive with it as well, trying to accompany Friznaz
Spike
on the
down
jet
A.
and help him get some frags, create opportunities for their team. And that's exactly what they did. Is immediately gonna fall in the beginning of this first half.
Well, that was a one-way smoke, and they did push a one-way. You know what happens when you do that.
Never a good idea.
Yeah, he tried to test out the limits, but testing out the limits on a 3-9 scoreline, is that really a good idea? Oh, hell no. Losing out on this Reyna early will be a little bit of a problem because now they don't have that extra meat shield to work with. But for now, at least, taking a little bit more of a slow engagement will be helpful for them. This is the 3-9 scoreline. Slow and steady wins the race here. Take the fights one by one, take the engagements, and then send it down forward. Both of these teams, they've completely changed the pace of their fights. Mainly for FALLEN5 as well here, because FALLEN5, now that they have
left.
tasted exactly how strong Morph Impact can be, they know that this could easily send them down over to the map of Breeze, and even though they have a big advantage there,
Stay down.
they don't want to go there just yet. They want to fight for the map of Ascent, and they're going to show exactly why the curse scoreline exists in this game.
A blast from mid, but oh, Morph read that. But trade comes in from Yoshi with the ghost as well. They're still trying to fight for this.
Last player
And
standing.
Fritz with
My
with a couple of
God,
quick
Fritz
frags.
man.
He's on a triple kill, looking for the 4K. Almost gets it, but Kakarot, he's gonna be taking down by Nay. I mean, still, he'll be happy with that. He's able to bring the scoreline a lot more in favor of his team. 10-3, and with that, an 11-3 should also be pretty much in the bag because of the economic disparity. They should be able to go for the Spectres, for the armor. I mean, FALLEN5, they were able to plan the spike. They do have some money. Can try and go for a force spike if they want to, but again, at this late stage of the game, they need to make sure their economy is well managed because
Now
They
they're going to
could-
go in for
yeah.
force splits.
They could
This
just
is do or die.
they could just be playing a very important round with weapons that aren't preferable. But yeah, they are forcing 3 Spectres and a couple of Sheriffs. As you said, do or die.
It's either go big or go home here. There's no way you're going to be able to come on back from an 11-3 scoreline. Take it fast, take it hard. Go in for the engagement and never stop on the gas pedal. They know what they're capable of. But for now, at least, Aziz, he's going to be good for that first initial kill. G is going to be able to slap Fat Penguin in the face with a beautiful Sheriff one tap of his own. But for the side of Fritzats, he's able to answer back. Both of these trades, they're strong. 3 versus 3 already. The side control is there, but is there an established position for the attackers to even stand in? Not just yet. They need to go in quick, and they need to find their post-on positions really fast as well, because considering how much utility and how many bullets are flying all over the place, at this point they're gonna run out. And now they're purely playing based upon gunfight.
Ooh.
And Fritz
My God, someone stop him!
Shot! Chris, what's up with you, man? I understand that you're really pissed off after what happened in game number 1, but you gotta do him dirty like that?
My God. Flicks the control. He's able to track those heads so easily. And managed to get a 2K in that very end. Making an 11-3 scoreline. And that's going to be punishing the decision that FALLEN5 are making about their economy. They do get frags, but again, the weapons disparity still exists. And it's existing in a big time. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 12-3 after this. Unless, of course, Aziz can pull off something insane out of the hat with the Sheriff again. That's still a possibility, but unless something like that happens from either one of the players from FALLEN5, it's very unlikely that we're gonna be seeing this round go in the favor of that team. But or Or as this lands a headshot onto a updrafting jet, but look at this again, the Astras. What is happening?
You don't see me, I don't see you.
Well, he sees him in the end.
Sadly, the John Cena doesn't work out for him. But hey, Nate, he's playing a different game out here. Has 3 HP left. He's gonna need to run away pretty soon as well here. But for the attackers, this is pretty much a breath of fresh air as well. Maybe they could find something. This eco round needs to be the thing that they win. But it's not happening just yet, is it?
Not just yet. It's gonna be Kakarot and Yoshi in a 2 versus 3 scenario. Yoshi under a lot of pressure. He's gonna be spotted out by the Sober Drone. They know exactly where he is. They don't know where Kakarot is.
One enemy remaining.
I'm talking too soon, aren't I? Like, literally, I'm saying as is, he needs to hit shots with the Sheriff. He hits a shot with the Sheriff. I say they don't know where the jet is. They know exactly where the jet is. Yoshi, his position is revealed. He's only got a Sheriff. Gun barrel is going to be spotted out, and Raph, not going to miss that shot. Making this the 12-3 score line that we pretty much knew was coming. Again, this is going to be a buy round for either side. These both side Morph Impact and the side of FALLEN5 can go for some buys. Operator in the hands of Friznas. He needs to find impact with that as well. He is top ranking for his team. I mean, 20-7. I mean, before we went into this match, I remember I did say that I need to see more from him, more activity, more firepower from him. But man, this is just something else.
Both of these teams, they're just ready for it, but at the same time, it feels as though the second win could just be coming as well from all the members of the side of FALLEN5. But is it a little bit too little too late here, Gito? I think it is.
God.
It's a 3-12, trying to take it back from a 3-12 over to a possible 12-12 scoreline and onto overtime. 8 rounds, man. 8 rounds consecutively.
I mean,
That's a tall order. That's a really tall order.
I mean, I don't know about 8. They can certainly attempt maybe 4 to 5 rounds, but 8 rounds, it's gonna be it's gonna be nearing impossible, honestly. But regardless, let's see if they can do it. The only one way to find out is by playing through the next few rounds of the matchup. And the drone gets destroyed, but Blaz punishes them for trying to peek that drone. Okay. I mean, this was a save round for the side of Morph, but, well, it's pretty much like coordinated assassin of some sort of. Because, like, they all just die as soon as the call goes out. Like in a matter of seconds, 3 people are dead from the side of Morph Impact. But with that being said, 2 versus 5 scenario, all on to Ney and ANF. And I believe Aziz knows where both of them are. The smoke!
Flawless.
I thought the smoke would have messed him up a little bit, but he manages to get both frags.
2 flawlesses back to back. Is this a sign?
This could be, who knows? I mean, it's still a tall order. I mean, they need, what, 7 more rounds? I don't know, man.
Hey, it's not over until the fat lady sings. So, I think they have a chance. Fat Penguin, he has his lucky charm on his side as well. Written in Japanese, I do believe, right?
I guess. But, oh, what's this? Nasty shots, okay. These threads are getting mad. Blaz as well. How do you play with a Vandal like that? He's gonna land a couple of frags. Aziz and Blaz.
Just look at his eyes.
I mean, dude, it's not even been a minute and 20 seconds remaining on the clock. They already clear out the entire map. It has been rid of the set of Morph Impact players. As G spots the shoulder of Raph, we'll get the easy headshot onto him. I mean, with this momentum though, with this aggressive play, it might be a possibility FALLEN5 might bring this really close. Again, it all comes down to if the side of Morph Impact are going to be reading this aggression or not and trying to find a counter on it.
You know what they say? Nothing is more dangerous than a man who has nothing to lose. Yeah, FALLEN5, they're literally in that state. Do they have anything to lose? Not exactly. They could have easily taken this on a 2-0. But other than that, they still have the safety net of the third map for their side. So now they're playing for keeps. They're just going to keep on going in for fights. They're just going to keep on going in for engagements until they finally get shut down for a little bit too much of an over-aggressive play. Kakarot on towards the back end, spots out Frizz. But Frizz is just not able to find these shots with the Marshall. Lifts a couple, but it's fine. Take the control! But Asus has something else to say about that one.
Ziz. Ooh. What is up with this position and the sheriffs?
Spike down mid.
Everybody playing in the trees just landing insane shots with eco weapons there.
I
And
guess
Morph.
what they needed to win was an eco round. No, Kakarot. No, Kakarot.
Oh, that was not the best peak. And it's all onto Blaz. And he's being continuously suppressed. Misses the shot on the... This is a shot on the recon. He's gonna be denied entry because of the molly from KO. Cosmic Divide, more! Give him more! Killjoy ultimate comes in there, 3 players there! And Fat Penguin off with the head. It is gonna be the side of Morph coming back.
Unlikeliest of rounds, they actually won this.
Dude. It was an eco. And honestly, I thought maybe we're going to the next round, but they managed to pull it back, morphing back. They realized they've had enough. They're going to be coming back with a 1-1 answer. And what a way, man. That was such an aggressive map in general. Like, both tactically and gunfight based. They're able to dominate their opposition in every single way.
It was rough. It actually was to watch in general because FALLEN5, it felt as though they had no control over the entire map at all. They were giving away multiple different areas towards the side of Morph Impact, and Morph Impact, they were happy to take it. They were like, free real estate, sure. I'm just gonna go and take it all for myself, and because of the amount of area that they covered, because of their utility, let's say, or even though one person is holding from that specific angle, they made so much noise on one specific sightline that it baited out so many of the players, or at least the utility from FALLEN5, that they had nothing to stop the fast full-scale rushes coming on down through from their end. The one round where they were going in for a 5 versus 5 retake, what went wrong for them? Once again, not enough utility to push themselves over onto a site, or even if they have enough utility, they're not waiting to use the utility in proper conjunction with one another, because it felt as though the team, they were trying to rush through for a possible victory instead of taking their time and taking it meticulously. As we do head on down over towards the match highlights, we get a visual representation of exactly what I'm talking about here, because this is not the FALLEN5 that we saw on map number 1. In map number 1, yes, they were fast, but they also knew how to be slow and methodical with their plays as well. Playing together fast is not a bad thing, but again, emphasis on the word and air quotes on together. Where is the together factor? I just didn't see it here.
I mean, there were rounds where I feel like there was chemistry, but it needs to be on a much larger scale, and it needs to be constant in that fact. You need to make sure you're moving in with the same amount of utilities that will win you the round, because just going for dry picks like that, going for pushes that you know is not going to give you the advantage going in, I mean, there is a balance to it. You can go for aggressive peaks in some cases, but in most of the times you should prefer to go in with a teammate or after a recon or a flash or something like that. If not, then the gunfight is going to be that much difficult for them to win. And that's a lot of almost all of the cases for the side of FALLEN5 where they weren't able to secure some of the rounds, and basically Morph Impacts just out-strategized them in a lot of cases. Like, they sort of practice these scenarios, practice the utilities a lot better compared to the side of FALLEN5. So I mean, I gotta say, Morph Impact coming in with this Ascent pick, it was a great move from them. They knew how good they were. They were able to exploit the side of FALLEN5 really well. We did see some highlight clips from both sides, but overall it was, well, I mean, Morph Impact all the way basically. And a lot of eco rounds as well. I mean, what is wrong today? Like, players are hitting their shots on weapons like not in 100 years anybody else would have been able to hit. Like, Ziz with the Sheriff, like, how? I wish my Sheriff worked like that, man.
Hey, the Sheriff is one of those weapons, you love it or you hate it, but at the same time, when it does work properly, it works absolutely astounding. You can always rely on it to be a weapon that you can always fall back on. But, you know, sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. But for now, at least, all the members, they knew how to use it. And they knew how to make that weapon sing to the best of its own capabilities. The last round being won by Morph Impact was something we never expected at all. Looking at this play once again, just look at the Sheriff, man. The way that he's able to find every single one tap. This man could have literally made Scream proud with this play.
Indeed. I mean, he just looks like when you're on the opponent, like POV of the opponent, you're facing as his, well, while he has a Sheriff, he looks at you and you die. He looks at you and you're literally looking at the the death animation in Valorant. And
you're looking into the grim skull of the Grim Reaper.
Yes. And that is basically him right there in those few rounds. And the Sheriffs were so incredibly good, so incredibly precise from Ziz. And almost in nearly every scenario he was able to land some impact frags with that weapon. So props to him. But again, going back to Morph Impacts, I mean, sorry, not Morphing to FALLEN5, this is not something you really want to see before going into the final map of a really important best of 3. If they don't manage to pull back the same communication, the same coordination and strategy, Breeze, which is way more strategically demanding, by the way, compared to Ascent, it's going to be a rough time for them. They need to get their reins together. They need to make sure they're playing together, at least on the same level as the side of Morph Impact, because Morph Impact, that definitely helped out their momentum to a large extent, and now they're going to be feeling really confident with each other and playing together really well. And with that being said, we're going to be moving on to the scoreboard of this matchup and seeing who has performed exactly how much. And from the side of Morph Impact, it's going to be Fitznats on the Jet being the MVP for the team. I mean, obviously we've had impact from the other players as well, but I said that I want to see more impact out of this man in particular, and I guess he heard me and says, just wait and watch. And I'm watching.
Hey, watch this is the line from the side of the Jet, and we watched him and he was able to deliver beautifully. Blade Storm, Operator, Spectre, Vandal, Phantom, you name it. He was able to perform, he was able to hit his shots, and he was able to take all the kills as well here for every single engagement. And the 20 kills that he got, well deserved. But from the other side, FALLEN5, it was rough. Once again, across the board, they were all performing 16, 15, 14, 8, and 8 respectively. Yes, Kakarot and Blast didn't have the best of games, but they were trying. They were getting as many engagements as they possibly can, but Kakarot kept on getting shut down over and over again. Maybe sometimes due to the KO, maybe due to Fat Penguin just pulling off an incredible stun or a gravity well. All of these factors are just piling on top of one another, causing the entirety of FALLEN5 to just disintegrate under that amount of pressure. They were not able to hold. They were not able to be the ones to survive. And with that, Morph Impact, they take away game number 1. And as we do head on down over to the map recap screen to get the visual representation of the first initial 2 scorelines, it was a 39-9 win for the side of FALLEN5 for the map of Haven, 13-6 win for Morph Impact. And with the third map being Breeze and possibly Morph Impact being in the worst state possible, because if I do remember correctly, they have a 23% win rate on the map of Breeze out of the 5 matches that they have played on professional level tournaments. So FALLEN5, they look to be the team that could just sweep Morph Impact off their feet and just take them home.
Yeah, that would be ideal for them, and I'm pretty sure I did say about this before the matchup that they really need to focus on that second map, Morph Impact. If they don't get the map of Haven, it's fine. You have that second map, and if you are able to win the third map, you know that you're much better on it, and you know that your opponent has some trouble with that, and they've managed to do that. And I mean, winning that second map in a pretty good fashion as well. Ascent looked really good for them. Their coordination was rewarded, and they're definitely feeling a lot better momentum-wise. So they're going to be feeling themselves on Ascent, and they're going to be feeling themselves going on against the side of FALLEN5. So I'm really excited to see how FALLEN5 countered that, but I guess we're going to go on a break before that, guys.
Yeah, we're going to be heading on down into a short break, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get ourselves a little bit of a drink of water and also maybe get ourselves a can of Red Bull by scanning that QR code down below. But for now, We're going to be right back with the Intel Presents the Esports Club Challenger Series powered by Cosmic Byte in association with Red Bull. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, this is Raka and welcome to the Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers gonna review the best new gaming laptops in the market. And today we are looking at the Intel powered Asus ROG Zephyrus S17, a laptop which stands for its amazing multitasking capabilities. As a streamer, I need my system to stream, game, record all at the same time. Having tested it, I'm quite thrilled that this laptop can actually handle it. And if you're wondering how, it is all thanks to the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor, which gives your laptop a desktop caliber performance. With 8 cores, 16 threads and Intel Turbo Boost Max technology 3.0, it is capable of running several tasks without worrying about bottlenecks. So multitasking also leads to some heating issues, but luckily the S17 has its active aerodynamic system plus, which improves the airflow and enables long hours of streaming while keeping it cool. While choosing for a laptop, I also look for fast connectivity options for my accessories such as Stream Deck and capture card. But thankfully, the S70's Intel Thunderbolt 4 is very sorted in this regard. This one port lets me connect to all my accessories easily thanks to its blazing fast bandwidth speed up to 40 Gbps. Overall, I think the Asus Zephyrus S17 is a great laptop for streamers, gamers, or anyone with the similar needs. So what are you waiting for? Bring yours home today.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch, and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus Vortex Flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th gen Intel Core processor now.
Hey guys, this is Raka and welcome to the Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers gonna review the best new gaming laptops in the market. And today we are looking at the Intel powered Asus ROG Zephyrus S17, a laptop which stands for its amazing multitasking capabilities. As a streamer, I need my system to stream, game, record all at the same time. Having tested it, I'm quite thrilled that this laptop can actually handle it. And if you're wondering how, it is all thanks to the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor, which gives your laptop a desktop caliber performance. With 8 cores, 16 threads and Intel Turbo Boost Max technology 3.0, it is capable of running several tasks without worrying about bottlenecks. So multitasking also leads to some heating issues, but luckily the S17 has its active aerodynamic system plus, which improves the airflow and enables long hours of streaming while keeping it cool. While choosing for a laptop, I also look for fast connectivity options for my accessories such as Stream Deck and capture card. But thankfully, the S70's Intel Thunderbolt 4 is very sorted in this regard. This one port lets me connect to all my accessories easily thanks to its blazing fast bandwidth speed up to 40 Gbps. Overall, I think the Asus Zephyrus S17 is a great laptop for streamers, gamers, or anyone with the similar needs. So what are you waiting for? Bring yours home today.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch, and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus Vortex Flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th gen Intel Core processor now.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Intel Presents the Esports Challenger Series, powered by Cosmic Byte in association with Red Bull. We are now back once again for the last and final game for today, because Morph Impact, yeah, they pulled off an uppercut punch of their own just to retaliate against the brute force that the side of FALLEN5 showed on map number 1. Let's head on down over to the map recap screen and see exactly what the storyline has been building up to, because season number 3 is now here right in front of your screens. Haven being the first initial map where it was a 13-9 scoreline. Second game was a 13-6. A big surprise because FALLEN5, it felt like they were a team that really weren't playing together at all. They were taking their own engagements all over the map, and they just took fights that they really shouldn't be taking. And then we look at map number 2, where Morph Impact, they just had a lot more control. They knew what they were doing. They were in their own element. They took engagements properly. And Frizz, he just had the game of his entire life.
Yeah, the map of Ascent for Morph Impact was sort of like, you know, the character growth arc for the sort of Morph Impact. The first map, they were like taking really weird duels, going into these positions in really awkward scenarios where you really should be playing together, playing with utility, and they just turn things completely around and play in such a great fashionable manner that it sort of impressed me that they were able to pull off this kind of coordination after losing to such an extent. And I guess that was all part of the plan, that they were a lot stronger on that second map of Ascent, so they tried to focus on that. They didn't really let the first map bother them too much, and they won by a spectacular fashion. So that is just absolutely great coming out of them. But again, we're going into the map of Breeze. We still have one more to go, and as we pointed out, it's not the best map for the side of FALLEN5, so it's going to be a little bit harder for them to actually maintain control. And again, they're going for a double duelist composition in a map like Breeze. I really feel like you should tone down on that duelist play, on that aggression, maybe focus more on the controllers or even the initiators. But looks like the set of FALLEN5, they're going for that Jet and Reyna play again. Meanwhile, set of Morph Impact, they are going to be playing the Sova and the Sky on Ney and Raf, and I feel like that is the more tried and tested lineup in this map. So let's see what it comes down to. Let's see how it turns out. But I feel like the side of Morph Impact have a better lineup overall, and I have a better grip on the map as well, especially considering that FALLEN5, their statistics are not looking good here.
In a way, FALLEN5 should have an advantage, but at the same time, this double duelist composition has that potency to be an explosive force, but at the same time, be one of those compositions that you can fall flat on your face on. It's either you hit the ground running or you fall flat on your face and you have no way of recovering. It's all about this long-term race, and in a way, now that Morph Impact, they have reestablished themselves, now that they have warmed up, they know what they really need to do, even though this is one of the harder maps for them. Let's just see how they switch things around. They don't really do well when it comes down to maps that they're not really familiar with, and if they have a proper counter strat for that specific particular map, then they know what they really want to do. But are they prepared for the map of Breeze? Because considering what the map veto looked like, Breeze could be a make it or break it for them. You never really know here, because when you consider long range gunfights, you need to be a lot more methodical, you need to be a lot more systematic, and you need to rely on your utility to give you a lot more room and a lot more, let's say, wiggle zone to just test out and feel out the entire map. But the thing about Breeze is that once you get that proper foothold and that proper stronghold, especially on the side of defense, it's just incredibly difficult to throw your opponent off that chain. Once the momentum starts, to stop it on the map of Breeze, you don't need a pause. You need an absolute avalanche to just landslide through them so that you can completely stop them in their tracks and be like, sit, it's our turn to take the ball and it's our time to play on the map of Breeze.
And things really turn around a lot in this map as well, because you see one time maybe the defenders having an advantage, and in the very following next round, even with not the best economy, the teams can turn things around, because this map is so unexpected and there are just so many avenues to work with. Like, you have two entrances into B, you have that mid area as well that's very wide, that can be sort of access from both A and B. and a lot of long-range fights, and especially that tube area in A as well. So very much important for, you know, having control of a side and coming up with flanks as well. I believe that the side of FALLEN5 will be trying to exploit that because they already have G pushing all the way near the door up in this tube area. But Ralph is there, and he has a tripwire from the Cypher as well to provide him some cover, some sense of security to be able to play a little bit more freely around that area. But for the most part, they really haven't, kept this A site under that tight of a, tight of a security, because Fat Penguin's the only one really inside the site. We still have Ney as well on the sky, but he's really playing the long-range fights over here. It's going to be Fat Penguin himself taking the fights, and he's going to be shot from multiple angles. He's going to be taken out by his. Meanwhile, a follow-up from him as well. Ney taken down. Raph is also going to fall on that tube area, and in a matter of seconds, it's going to be the side of FALLEN5 taking control of that A side. Mid-control kept by the side of HNF. Chris does gets one onto Aziz, but they're all slowly triangulating on him. Sorry, singulating on him. Yeah, I'm gonna keep using that. Yoshi, finish.
Quadrilating on him. Quadrilating on him.
Ventilating? Okay, we should stop. Alright.
New words coming out all over the place.
We should stop. FALLEN5 first round, and they're gonna have that economy going for them. They can go for the Spectres if they want to. They have the money. Meanwhile, Morph, they are definitely gonna have to reconsider their economic decisions, at least for this round.
Yeah, it was just the first round. Again, it's the map of Breeze. Do you want to win out on the pistol round? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It's a throwaway round. I always say this. It's a throwaway round on every other map, but it's much more on the map of Breeze. You either win it or you lose it, but what is much more important is to win out on this particular round as well, because sometimes these eco rounds can just sway the tides of battle really easily if you're not careful about it as well, of how you take all of these engagements and take all of these fights. Take a swing, take a fight, see how much you can find. And G,
oh G,
he gets away with murder. He actually gets away with murder.
Oh god, just took a little bit too long of time. And blast spots out Ney. Ney had some chances to land a good one shot, but it's gonna be failing, and that's gonna cost him his life. 2-0 the scoreline. We sort of expected this. Economy was favoring FALLEN5, and this is gonna be a really weird buy from them now, because they did go. They are gonna be playing for the bonus this time, but the meanwhile Morph Impact side, they are gonna be going for the buys. They aren't in the most comfortable state. They are gonna have to, lack in armor in a lot of positions, but they can still go for the rifles. They're still in there. They're still hanging around just like this. Is that a koala?
Yeah, that's a koala.
Do koalas? Are koalas?
Yeah, they hang from
like
trees.
Tropical areas like this.
Yes.
Prefer the cold. Okay. Well, Mr. Biologist here knows everything.
How? I have not taken biology since my O levels. Yes, I used to be a really good biology student. And I can tell you that one bullet to the skull, especially from Briz at that high velocity, can crack it quite good.
Physics as well, I see. Velocity. But the side of FALLEN5, they're gonna have to fall back, especially with frags like that. Nay. Pinpoint accuracy on the head of Aziz. I mean, we aren't really getting to see the weapons disparity that much. What we're seeing is extremely precise aim from each and every player of the side of Morph Impact. Fat Penguin and triple kill to finish things off. What a way for them to kickstart and get the name on the board. Great round from them, but again, this is where the fun begins. Both sides now have buys. Both sides now have rifles. Gun rounds are about to begin. The winners of these matches are the ones who sort of set the tone of the match. They're the ones who establish themselves in the driver's seat. So who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be the side of FALLEN5 or Morph Impact? Overall, their economies look pretty much the same. No one's really near their ultimates either, so I guess it's gonna be purely based on the gunfights. And a little bit of utility.
Enemy mark.
Oh my
How
god,
did he
this
get that
Viper
first
setup
initial
here.
tag? They know where he is, and poor old Fat Penguin, he doesn't know where to turn. He's been tagged out. He knows for a fact another player's hunting him as well, but already the mid fight's gonna be taken. But Ney gets away with murder, finds one kill on towards the face of G. That's still, at least with his last dying breath, he's gonna be able to do one, but as he's He just is a cut above the rest. Take one kill, take a fight, take an engagement, shut it all down! But Yoshi! Poor old Yoshi. Giving me Mario flashbacks, so when Mario just jumps off Yoshi, it just sends him to die.
Oh god.
Raph.
Explain that biology. Why would a dinosaur die when something stepped on it? They're huge.
Alright, bro.
Sorry. I'll stop. I know my existence banes you, is a burden for you, but what
I'm pretty
does
sure everyone
exist
in
this
chat
map-
is pretty
I'm
much
sorry,
saying
guys.
Ed
I'm sorry,
Casters.
guys. Yes, guys. I watched your chats. I know what you say about me. It's all good. But what does exist in this round? It's gonna be the operator from the side of Fritznats, and he's gonna be trying to find an opening frag with it through the Viper's wall. As the push comes in towards him, he misses the
Oh
shot
my
onto the
God,
Reyna.
that is gonna be costly.
Kakarot should be happy to be alive, but the no-scope connects to the head. I'm pretty sure it was a no-scope. We don't know.
It was a no scope.
And that was a quick flick and a half. Can he get one more? No. Trades come in,
remaining.
but it's a 1v1.
Last
That's
player
all what this
standing.
all boils down to. Fat
I know
Penguin
exactly
knows
where you
exactly. Okay, took the words right out of my mouth, Blaz. They know exactly where each of them are. But 30 HP on Blaz. And he hit the shot. Fat Penguin, he's hit some precise shots earlier in the round. I mean, you know he's not there. Or is he? Like,
He does.
there's no way he goes there. Doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. One shot to the body, that's all he needs.
There's no way he can go in around for a full wraparound while still being able to walk from that distance. But poor old Fat Penguin's not going to be able to pick up an operator for Frizz once again. So, in a way, they took out one menace. But at the same time, to take down that menace, they needed to lose a round here as well. No more operator going in the side of going on the side of Fritz. But what he does have is technically a pocket operator if he's able to be precise with it. He does have the Blade Storm, and this Blade Storm alone could just be to make it or break it for them if they're able to find a little bit more of a forward position and forward value at the bare least. But for now, they're taking their time, they're taking it slow. But Fritznats, look at him. He's looking for one more for himself. No, he whiffed! He whiffed!
Oh no, 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 no. That's not something you want to see right now from the Jets. Fritznats still in with the Blade Storm as Kakarot gets a frag on the Fat Penguin. Side execution done. Viper Spit used up. Fritznats is here though.
Spike planted.
Will he spot anybody out? Oh no, missed that! But oh, Yoshi doesn't know where he is.
He's
It's up the
confused.
Guardian. Oh, the noise is really That's a nice flick on to G. 2 versus 2. But the
remaining.
trade happens from Kakarot. On for a 4K. They know exactly where NF is. Jumps down and still managed to land the shot. That was a little bit too close and a little bit too intense for me. My word.
Whipped shots on towards the face of Yoshi. It's impossible to hit Yoshi or what? That guy's been dodging Blade Storm since game number 1. Poor old Fritz is not having a good day when it comes down to killing the man. That's the 5th time now throughout all of these games. Not been able to find that shot, but it's okay because at the very end, the frenzy's always going to be there. The Guardian's there to reign supreme. Flicks are on point as well from Fritz, so it's not a bad thing. But now that another round has been won from the side of Fallen, how do you want to approach this? You're at a gun disparity, you don't have enough buys, and the entirety of the B side is now under the control of FALLEN5.
That it is. Kakarot gets one more frag onto Rap, breaking the
Okay.
Vanguard. Is it working?
It's
The Fat Penguin does get a trade. It was all skill there, guys. Don't worry.
Brain.exe.
Follow up.
Remaining.
Oh my god, Aziz. Dude. If these two stop, like Aziz and Kakarot, they're really, really messing things up over here for the side of Morph Impact.
Hey, Kakarot finished his training.
He
after
hit him
entering
so
the
bad. He hit him so bad. Raph just disconnected, I think.
Well, no, that's the power of a bullet sometimes. When you don't feel it on your screen, you feel it through your computer. Your computer's like, nope, I'm out of here. I didn't sign up for this.
Raph's ISPs are like, wait, what's going on?
Oh, wait, he's back.
He is back.
He had a Vietnam flashback for a couple of seconds, but he's back now into the world of the living. So on this 2-5 scoreline, what else can we expect coming on down through from the side of Morph? What mistakes are they making here, Kirito? Can you pinpoint that?
I mean, Morph, I guess they're losing control of site quite easily. Are they fighting this enough? I feel like
It's less about the fight. It's more about them not using their utility to create pressure. I don't really see a lot of the utility from the sky or maybe Fat Penguin being thrown to slow down these fast full-scale rushes coming on down through from the side of FALLEN5. FALLEN5, they're going in for full-scale rushes. They're taking the engagements as much as they possibly can. And all the members of Morph, they're just allowing them to enter the site without slowing them down even a little bit or making them uncomfortable. And as soon as they enter the site, it's a full-out brawl. Either you win the gunfight or you lose the round entirely. That's why we're seeing multiple different situations where it's down to a 1 versus 1, or when they want to go in for a full-on retake, they're not going together as a proper unit. Granted, the last round was an eco round from their side, so I'm not going to be pushing any punches for that. But now that they have the guns back on their favor, they need to showcase what they're capable of. They have the utility. They have a double initiator going up against a double duelist. You have the utility to stop the duelist on their tracks, or even make them a little bit uncomfortable with just one flash being flown into their face. You need to slow them down, because if you allow the double duelist to control the fights, there is nothing that you can do to stop them from running rampant over this map.
Yeah, they need to make sure they create enough scenarios for the players, especially with utility, to be able to, eliminate the oppositions. Because once the man count sort of goes in favor of the side of FALLEN5, it's really hard to stop that ball from rolling. So an opening pick and a lot of better uses from utility to make sure the scenarios are in their favor has to be done. And speaking of utility, a big utility goes down in that A main, and it's a really good one as well, because at this point, the side of FALLEN5, they've been pushing this A side quite easily and quite confidently, and that should break the cycle this time. Not stopping G though from going down that vents area. If they don't clear this later on, or at least aren't aware of this, he can create some serious damage from the flank. But first things first, FALLEN5 need to do the entry into the A site. I mean, not the A site now. They are rotating to B, or are they actually? They're sort of in that mid area. I guess they aren't even sure where they want to go just yet. The spike is making its way towards B, and the Viper Split has fallen actually in that A main. Now the spike's going mid. I'm actually very confused. A lot of noise being made in that outside the tube area near the base of the defenders, so that gives G some information. But there is a Cypher trap. Recon spots out a lot of players from the side of FALLEN5, and eventually they're going to be making their way to that A site. Prisonats with that operator lets a jet pass. Spots us over as well, but misses the shot. They're going to be slowly triangulating onto him. Not before he gets one though. So does Nay, but Fat Penguin, the trades are going to be coming in. Oh my god, G gets taken out with an impressive flick. Kakarot though with a flick of his own. Here comes the bot and spots him out. Shock darts are going to be coming in, almost connecting the double peak. No way he's winning that. And there we go. One more round in favor of the side of Morph Impact. 5-3 score line. They pick up the operator as well, so they're going to be happy with this round. But again, with that spike plan, FALLEN5, they still have a pretty decent economy, so they aren't down in the dumps just yet.
3 and 5. They're going to be quite happy. They're going to be quite resourceful as well here. Looking at the positions, looking at the places that they are holding in from Morph. This is their second chance. Now that they have taken this first initial round, this is one round for many more. But it's ANF. He's not been having the best of games. He's having the same games as Kakarot right off the get-go. 0 and 6. He's still not able to find that first initial impact that he needs. But you know what the saying is. Once you get that first initial one, it's gonna be good. The 100 Fury, the first initial whiff was a little bit detrimental.
I'm gonna really put this on your Raph. If he connected the first shot, he could have done a lot of damage, honestly. He could have even got out of the frag with that. Because they were all pretty bunched up from the side of FALLEN5. Now they've already lost another player. Counter Hunter spree coming in as he gets a frag onto his. Trades are gonna come in though. 2 versus 4. Not looking good. Oh, Art. 2v2.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
Nay, it's
One
gonna be a
enemy
1v1, but
remaining.
such low HP on ANF. Yoshi, full on armor and full on HP. Just needs to land 1 bullet.
Yoshi, he made some
Oh
noise.
no!
He played the mind games. Yoshi, you don't do that. Not against this man. He's still on 0 kills. Come on.
Oh no!
Oh, he's
no,
on
he
1
isn't.
kill.
He
Never
got
mind.
one. He got one. I think he got one this round.
Yeah, he got 1. Like, you don't have to be mean to him like that. Take it slow, dude. You had the round in your favor. Threw down a classic to make a little bit of noise, and that's it. But it's alright. 3 and 6. It'll be okay. Take it 1 step at a time. Morph, though, are they happy about this loss? Oh, hell no. They're kind of in the worst possible spot now, aren't they?
Again, Bladestone's popped off as his. It has been a while since Kakarot and his have, actually popped off like crazy. But the impact's still there. Both Bladestones actually active. Business as well. Here comes this overtone and the push coming in from Raph.
Toxin screen down.
Like a bodyguard, Kakarot actually gets that frag, despite Aziz tagging him. But oh, hello, Jet. Business gets one, but the trade is there from Blast. There was 2 players there, and the side take is successful as Aziz finishes off
Planted.
KNF. It's all on to Fat Penguin and Nay. Nay spotted out. And here comes a
One
drop
enemy
from
remaining.
Tube. Blast. Easy shot. All into Fat Penguin and oh, the timing. There's a player right under him.
FALLEN5, they just have better control.
Yeah. 7-3 is the scoreline, and this is not what we expected.
Actually, I did say that Morph Impact, this is one of their worst maps. So,
I mean, again, I guess FALLEN5, they can sort of play on a little bit more of a higher pace because of the double duelists. And they can attack a lot more easier, but like 7-3 easier.
Morph Impact is just not able to use their utility to stop this brute force. They're too far apart from one another, and even though the utility is being placed out, they're using too much utility instead of trying to cycle it. It's gonna be costly, but still, hey, if Riz is able to push up forward and get a kill like that, I don't think any utility is required whatsoever.
They have taken control of the B side pretty much, with that utility this time denying that push. Inside of FALLEN5, they are rethinking their options. Spike has been dropped with Snas trying to push down elbow, but there's a player right next to him. And oh, the timing, and he's gonna get the shot and dash away.
Oh, G is so
Barely
bad. G is so
survived.
bad. G is so bad.
Barely
You saw it on his
survived.
cap. You saw it on his cap. He was so bad at that.
Barely. Kakarot does get a trade onto Fitznas, but another following refrag happens, and the timing. Oh wait, did the bird tank some of the shots?
Yep, it did. Bird power.
Oh, bird
of
power. Did you say burb? Oh,
Yes.
it's the
30
burbs,
seconds
guys.
left.
Whoever says sky flashes or whatever, come on, it's burbs. But
I
What
actually
is-
had a guy in my ranked game who kept on calling them burbs for the entire game. I just couldn't take it.
oh,
Foolish. Last player standing.
Ammo blast. Probably could have landed that shot. From Nest finishes things off. What a round from the side of Morph Impact. They're gonna bring it
round
to a
before the
7-4. One away from the best scoreline they can manage to bring in. That is a 7-5, and which is not a bad scoreline either. And on attack, it's gonna be a lot more difficult because they need a bit more utility. Because taking sites like the A site while attacking, you can't really brute force your way in there. It's a very open area. It's a certain extent of utility is required, and if there's anything we've learned from this first half, utility is not on point for them, at least for now.
With these positions already primed, they're going in for a little bit of their own push. With Raph Slowly heading his way up. He has full tube control. He hears out all of the footsteps, but he can't go in for this fight just yet. So instead, he wins the race. Go around the corner, take a fight. Take it slow, take it steady. Do not over-aggress whatsoever. And with Kakarot making his way up, they know they can enter this B site quite easily if they just get the execution timing right. They don't know where they are. A lot of noise being made, and now with a burst in execution, they should be able to take the side control for themselves. Easy kill for Asus. He does get the Fire's initial kill. That's all that he needs. The Viper's already going on down, and now without the Viper, that's gonna be even more of a problem. Blast gets one on towards the Sova as well. How do they retake the side? They have nothing for a retake. But hey, they have a couple of bullets, a couple of shots with their names written on it, but no!
Remaining.
The movement from it said, hey, Naf. It's just gonna be better, but Yoshi's gonna be the one to go in for the reverse swing and reverse shot on his own accord. Gets that trade, but is the trade going in the favor of the side of Morph Impact? Oh, hell no. Poor old Nate. He's good for one, but with 51 HP, one Guardian on one side, and the other side being completely taken over. Gee! Ooh, disgusting one tap from the Guardian to close everything out. And a Viper spit to boot to put that salt on the wound. 4 and 8. And the side of FALLEN5. They take a very convincing first half for the map of Breeze.
Those executions were so precise coming out from FALLEN5, and their momentum should be at a real all-time high right now. But again, you don't want that momentum to extend too much, because now they're on defense. Now they need to play a lot more passively. They need to play off the utility, and they need to play together. Something that Morph Impact haven't really done properly in their first half, and changing that now, especially when you not have a good half, is definitely difficult. And on a map like Breeze, which demands proper utility usage and good utility usage to execute the sites on attack, you need to make those happen. Again, their attack side might be a lot better compared to defense, but let's just see what happens. But they're gonna be 3-stacking that tube. Two of the players fall off though. It's only going to be Ney holding on up there. He is tagged by the Sova drone, which spots him again. So they have some information that there are players present outside A. That will definitely set everybody on high alert. But rotations are happening as we speak, aggressive. And G, what a spot to be in. Nobody from window can see him unless they drop out. And if they drop out with a classic at that range, a player like G can definitely land some insane shots. They also have mid covered from Nest by Kakarot, so B side is looking pretty tight, but the execution is at A. And the Viper's ball comes up, so Overdone will be spotting out as this, and execution is underway. They are aware of this player behind, and they're trying to walk in. Slow and steady, but as the cage drops, oh, that dash saved his life.
30 seconds left.
Lucky to be alive now, but Naf gets a frag on the G. Classic, 21 HP. Yoshi's trying to run away. Both Sovas actually run away, but the trades go in favor of Morph. As this manages to find one, but that's all he's gonna be able to get. 8-5, and Morph starting off their attack quite strong, winning the first round.
The way that these fights are being taken as well here, I can already say it's not gonna be the best now, is it? It's a 5 and 8 scoreline. First initial piss round going in the favor of the side of Morph. Now, with this piss round, they have more of an advantage. They have more of a lead. They have that breathing room to work with because now they have the buys once more in their favor. It's gonna be a switch up. And poor old G, he went in overly aggressive and he paid the ultimate price for it with his own life. Kakarot's not going to be able to find a kill for himself as well. And then at that long range, that Spectre. The recoil just a little bit too much to control. And Frizz, he was just not able to find it. But instead, Yoshi with the classic is a lot more accurate with it.
God, this is not looking good. Spike planted and FALLEN5. I mean, they didn't have the advantage early on, so can't really say much about that. But again, some economic damage for you. The next one would be nice. Nate flashes up in the face. What is happening? Fat Penguin just runs in as this lands a clean shot. But there are players right next to him. It's a 2 versus 1. What can he do right now?
He's trying to deal as much damage as he can. And I think Wrath is dead to the spike. Oh no.
He barely survives.
Yeah, he's good. If he was just able to live for a couple of seconds longer, it could have worked. But Raph went in for the full-on Ferrari peak. Poor old Asus got scared out of his boots.
Indeed. But right now, I mean, you gotta control your emotions, honestly. They are definitely not in a good position mentally. And slow and steady, they are bringing things back. This will definitely help out, but now with the buys coming in favor of the side of FALLEN5, how much is this gonna help them? Oh, despite having an SMG, Fitznats is really confident with that fight. Kakarot finishes him off. It has to dismiss away. Pretty sure HNF would be able to land that shot onto the Reyna, onto Kakarot, and get that frag as well, but good utility. Things going to a really slow scenario. Nay pushing down that tube. There is a player right outside the door. Yes, a Ziz. If he gathers information, there is a player there. That will definitely, cause a lot of fakes. Oh, Yoshi. I was a little bit too close, honestly. I was a little bit too close. He's gonna be using that drone to gather some information.
What?
Kakarot pushes the. When did he get there?
Why is he here as a defender? Why are you there as a defender?
Raph gets a trade onto G. I don't know how Kakarot got there. Did he come
Last
through
player
mid? He must have caught a really good timing.
30
Fat
seconds
Penguin,
left.
nice recoil control with the Spectre. Takes down Kakarot and he has the B side all to himself. He can actually get the Viper Spit off that. And can make things interesting. There are Cypher utilities there. That's gonna slow things down. Don't get in my way.
Thought that maybe we could see a little bit of a play from that end, but that spike is placed down pretty much in the bare bones open. So Fat Penguin, he can maybe get away with murder here just by playing around the corners or playing around the different sidelines. But if they start spamming him, they're already dead. First initial kill, that's gonna be good. But no!
Ooh, that was
If he had a Vandal or a Phantom, this was a lineup kill. If he had a Vandal or a Phantom, this
Absolutely.
was a complete lineup kill.
oh, imagine he gets that.
But imagine the imagining now that we are at the magic number scoreline.
I was just about to say that, but imagine if he got that, we would not have seen this number. Honestly, I don't know which one I prefer, but again, FALLEN5 economy is gonna be in a weird spot now. They can go for a rifle, but that's all they have going for them. A Bulldog does come up from the side of G, but G isn't really feeding the aim right now, or feeding the agent. He's trying his utmost, but again, they need to make sure they land those utilities properly and create good situations for the players to get the frag, right? Now that Aziz has popped the Blade Thrones, he's bought a Spectre as well. They need to make sure he can at least get some frags. As the push comes in, Hunter Spree being used by Raph, completely blind. Can he get a tag? I believe he does get a tag onto G, as Aziz gets one onto Fritz. He's still floating around, trying to find some shots. The recon has to push, causes him to push out of position. G is still there supporting him. The Bulldog misses a bunch of his shots. Oh my god, FALLEN5.
What just happened?
The cavalry is here. And they all pick up the guns as well.
Yeah, they got full-scale upgrades. They have nothing to worry about. They have the guns, they have the economy, they can just chill, they can just relax, and they just can do whatever they want here.
Absolute stonks on the money right now. They are looking good. Morph, Impact are gonna have to save. They're still going for a Marshall buy from Raph, actually. Still Fritznats. I guess he's just not feeling it today. All good. But this round is definitely not going in their favor. I believe an 11-6 should be happening. But let's see. Split push on either side. Only one player on A though. Easy pickings. G manages to stay alive. Manages to not get hit once. And Aziz following things up. Drone from that nest area will be giving away a lot of information. Nay, stuck between a rock and a hard place. But NF's the one who's gonna fall. Nay does get a frag, but the Viper Molly trades him out. And it's all on to Fat Penguin. He's a big fat 4K to finish things off. Oh, free fire.
Ooh, Fat Penguin, beautiful but disgusting headshot at the same time. He gets two. Okay.
Define
Invested
beautiful
the
and
neural
disgusting.
theft for that, actually.
I mean, why not?
Hey, he took his hat off to say good day to you, sir, but hey,
Cypher
was
just
having
keep
none
that
of
hat
that.
on. Honestly, you look a lot better with it.
yeah, your bald head just started
It
shining a
looks-
little bit
it
too
looks
much.
weird. He was like, new flashbang. Third flashbang added to KO. It's literally Cypher's head.
Oh my god!
Okay, that might be a little bit dark for Valorant, but things are looking quite dark for the side of Morph Impact here as well. They have a buy, but again, they need to make the utilities
God.
count to get into the site. Come on, guys, play a little bit more coordinated. Some of the pushes on A were really good, honestly. Like the way they used the Viper and the Sova together, really well done. But once they lose some momentum, once they stop winning some rounds, it's so much more difficult for them to come back. And they lost 3 in a row. I believe one of those were Ecos, so not good as Kakarot finds the opener onto HNF. Oh. Raz undetected, and he gets one. Kakarot still from CT wreaking havoc, but not for long. Oh, Fritznats finds a couple, but the operator from Aziz to
Spike
equalize.
down. B.
Oh my god, this guy!
Oh, Aziz, give it to them! Give it to the
Whoa,
man!
what a play from this man.
Just look at his smile. He's laughing. He's chilling. He knows that FALLEN5 have this in the bag. He doesn't give
Oh,
like
the
no
money.
two dams.
The money.
Yeah, he's
This
making all
ain't-
the fat cash.
This ain't good for Morph. The money is not there, aggressive. Oh my god, they don't even have armor.
Oh, this play was so clean. As is just having a time of his life.
Get out of my way.
What are we gonna do right now? Again, is this feeling with the op? He's gonna be taking a peek down mid. Doesn't find anybody. But the push is towards that A tube area.
Here.
And
He knew.
He knew, and he landed that knife straight to the head. Picks up that gun as well. Operator now for the attacker, but G, smoke criminal being played. He's running away. Recon spots him out. Oh god. He almost was able to get out of it. Kakarot though still in this, but gets dropped as well. 2 versus 4. Yoshi, 11 HP gets on.
One enemy remains.
Wait a minute, what?
Shock dart
Spike
gets
planted.
him. Punches 3 as well. Is he? Oh, the tag. No way, Yoshi. That
Yoshi.
frag. That frag was it. That was the frag. To the wall, 1 bullet. That was the frag aggressive. That won them the round. I'm gonna call it. I don't even care if you disagree with me. That was
Defenders win.
What?
Oh
Laz
my
is just
god.
chilling. Laz is like looking at the camera
Dude.
being like, yeah, we did it. We did it.
Um,
He gives us a laugh. We did it.
He's like, oh, again this week? Oh, it happened again. Well, gee. I must be having some good luck. Oh my god, FALLEN5. Yeah, we doubted them. You doubted them. It was you.
What?
Regardless.
This shot though, dude. Like, what just
was-
happened? They had no business taking
No
that
way.
round away at all.
No.
You
Nonsense.
turn around for a couple of seconds. Yoshi's like, oh, I'm just gonna flick randomly to my left side. Shoot 2 bullets. Oh, he's dead. Throws out a recon
Imagine
bolt,
if you
throws out
didn't
a
shoot
shot
that
card.
second
And just...
bullet. Imagine if it was a 1-tap. We'd still be casting.
I think I would be at the hospital instead. Medical
Oh,
bills need to
God.
be paid, but at the same time, someone needs to pay for the medical bills for the side of Morph Impact because they had a pretty rough one for this. They had so many different chances to try and bring this one back. They were just not able to because the team coordination just was not there. And this was not their home map as well. A lot of mistakes being made. And as we do head on down over towards the match highlights, we're gonna notice exactly what those mistakes were as well. Morph, they did not feel like they were in their element at all. And it was very prominent as well. When it comes down to these larger scale maps, you could see that Morph, they're not playing that well, but when it comes down to puggish style maps where it was a lot more smaller, the close range engagements are a lot more prominent, then players like Frisk just run amok all over. They know how to play that, they know how to set up their crossfires accordingly, but when it comes down to long range crossfires and long range rotations, it just doesn't work out for them, now does it?
Indeed, it didn't. And I guess a lot of those round losses at those initial stages were, big flaws coming out from them and lacking in coordination. And that sort of carried on in the next half. They did try and recover. They did win a few rounds, even though those were, I don't know what those were, just like this coming out from Yoshi. Completely confused and dazed, but all good. And I mean, the utility needed to be a lot better, honestly. And if they got a much closer scoreline in that first half, things could have been very different. But that's what they're gonna have to stick with now, because if you don't get that momentum reset, if you don't get that mental reset going in for you as you end a half, as you end a match, it's gonna be that much more difficult for you to recover later on. And the refresh just wasn't there. The reset just wasn't there. They gave it their all, though. It was a pretty entertaining match. Some impressive clips coming in from the side of Morph Impact, but they just need to play a lot more together. Understand how much the utility impacts a side take or a specific sort of play. That if that is good, I believe this team can still go a lot further.
That's how they go in for it. It's on the 407 scoreline. And after they hit that 8-4, I think we already knew that it was just not going to be working out for the side of Morph Impact. They felt way too uncomfortable on the map. They didn't really have a proper solid game plan of how they wanted to take all of the different engagements that they were being put into. And that's why they started falling and they started breaking apart piece by piece throughout the entire game. But in a way, it's okay. Morph Impact, they had a really strong showing on the first two initial maps, but you could see their primary weakness. They don't have a weakness when it comes down to their compositional plays. They know how to take the aim duels as well on an individual level, but as soon as it comes down to the team play and coordination for the larger scale maps, which require a lot more communication, the team starts to break down from there. Why are there different breakdowns happening? On long range maps, when the map scale is a lot more larger, your team needs to communicate every small nitty gritty position that you need to take, where you're holding, when are you rotating, and how close are you for a certain rotation. And the fact that we didn't really see any of that from the side of Morph Impact for the map of Haven and also for the map of Breeze here in particular, it is a recurring problem, and this is a problem that a lot of teams face when they are young red talent. Morph, they're a good team. I will guarantee you that they're an incredible team when it comes down to their raw individual talent. But as a team, they still have a long way to go because of their shortcomings. And you can see from the scoreboard as well, FALLEN5 has his 27 kills, 373 ACS. What is he on? He's been having a performance from game number 1. Kakarot's right behind him with 17 kills, 15 for Blast, 10 for G, and 10 for Yoshi. The two support players doing not only the fragging when they need to do the fragging, but also coming in clutch when it comes down to shock darts, and then incredible clutches from the side of Yoshi in that last round. That was the game-winning play for them, and that game-winning play got them the entire thing. But for now, at the bare minimum here, ladies and gentlemen, Morph Impact, for them, it's a little bit of a sad story, but I would say that they have that potency, they have that chance to come on back even stronger down in the following tournaments. Yes, they are going to be the ones being sent home. Yes, they did try their hardest. In fact, Penguin did get the 18 kills, Fritz with 15, but it just wasn't enough now, was it, Kirito?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot more still to happen over there. Despite that, despite everything that happened, I mean, they know what they need to work on, and that's important. But in that, it's still a pretty decent, play coming out from them. They still came out really well together, and especially on that second map, they looked so confident and they went so aggressive, won those gunfights, and whenever they needed to play slowly and tactically, they did. Everything was really good there, so we know that I guess they are good on the maps that they have more experience on, and they definitely need to work out on a lot more strats and expand their map pool a little bit. so that they can maintain that same level of communication and other sort of qualities on those other maps. But again, you also need to be sort of diverse. You need to be flexible as well. Even though it's your opponent's map pick, you need to be able to put up somewhat of a stance against them. And again, I think Breeze was a good example of that. Haven, things were a little bit more closer, but need to be much better. But this match still was a pretty intense one despite the end result. And let's see how the end result will be affecting the tournament overall. As we go into the brackets of the tournament, let's see who's going to be facing who. It's going to be FALLEN5 going up in the next round of the lower brackets to take on Global Esports. Now, this is a match I really want to look forward to. Winner will be going to the lower bracket finals, where they will be taking on the loser of the side of Action, PH, and Alter Ego. Whoever loses that match will be taking on the winner of the following match in the lower brackets, and they're going to be getting a chance to go up to the grand final. So we're nearing the end. We have our top 4 teams. We're nearing the end. But the more closer we get, the more intense these matches get, the more excited it makes me, and the more I'm looking forward to these games. Hopefully the viewers are as well, because man, this kind of Valorant action, it's hard to find nowadays. These teams, they are bringing the intensity up to 100.
And it's for sure. The way that all of these teams are playing, especially with the new teams such as Action, PH coming on down the line here, it just gets better and better moving on down the line. And this is what we really want to see. This is the gameplay that we always wanted to witness. And tomorrow's game, it's going to be even better than the last. But hey, Kirito, that's all that we have for you guys here today. Make sure to check all of the links down below in the description as you are going to be holding on down here. Check out a couple of deals from the side of Intel. And also get yourself that processor, because if you want to come in for the future tournaments of Valorant that the Esports Club is going to be hosting, of course, you got to make sure that your setup is beefed up, prepared, and ready. And Intel, they got the processors to make it all happen. Beautiful integrated graphics as well that will be able to run the games in a very smooth frame rate. But for now, as you are going to be down there, make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and also hit that notification bell to get notified when we do go live. Also check out Cosmic Byte and get yourself a can of Red Bull by scanning the QR code down below. But for now, it's going to be your boy Aggressive with Kirito signing on off. Thank you all for stopping by, and we're going to be seeing you tomorrow with a lot more intense Valorant action with the Intel Presents the Esports Club Challenger Series powered by Cosmic Byte in association with Red Bull. Good night and happy gaming, everyone.
Hey guys, this is Raka and welcome to the Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers gonna review the best new gaming laptops in the market. And today we are looking at the Intel powered Asus ROG Zephyrus S17, a laptop which stands for its amazing multitasking capabilities. As a streamer, I need my system to stream, game, record all at the same time. Having tested it, I'm quite thrilled that this laptop can actually handle it. And if you're wondering how, it is all thanks to the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor, which gives your laptop a desktop caliber performance. With 8 cores, 16 threads, and Intel Turbo Boost Max technology 3.0, it is capable of running several tasks without worrying about bottlenecks. So multitasking also leads to some heating issues, but luckily the S17 has its active aerodynamic system plus, which improves the airflow and enables long hours of streaming while keeping it cool. While choosing for a laptop, I also look for fast connectivity options for my accessories such as Stream Deck and capture card. But thankfully, the S70's Intel Thunderbolt 4 is very sorted in this regard. This one port lets me connect to all my accessories easily thanks to its blazing fast bandwidth speed up to 40 Gbps. Overall, I think the Asus Zephyrus S17 is a great laptop for streamers, gamers, or anyone with the similar needs. So what are you waiting for? Bring yours home today.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch, and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2 TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus vortex flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th gen Intel Core processor now.